Hello
And welcome
to BB on Blast.
BB24.
Ooh, it's a sad week, isn't it? A very difficult week for a lot of us.
With me, Lindsay.
And me, Gaz. We could have
yeah.
done some sort of festival pun intro, couldn't we?
Are you an innie or an outie?
What's that?
Inside people
I
or
thought you were talking
outside
about
people.
belly buttons.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Do you have an innie or an outie?
Do you have an outie?
Of course I don't.
I think weird people have outies.
How does that even happen?
Weirdos, because it's the umbilical cord, isn't it?
Yeah, but why didn't the doctor poke it in? Is that not possible?
Ew, that's creepy.
Is it just the way people grow?
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
like a little egg sticking out, doesn't it? Sorry, all outies. I've never seen anyone with an outie on reality TV. It's an underrepresented group.
Oh, get them out, get someone outie. Listen, I've got a bit of behind the scenes goss for you. This is it's old news to most people, but you know.
From who?
From
some
podcast I was listening to. So Terence was supporting.
Who's that? Oh yeah.
was supporting. I think this guy's called Joe Budden, but don't quote me on this. A rapper who.
No, Joe Biden.
Yeah, I know. don't get it twisted. Who basically this Joe Budden was beating up women, his partners, and Terence said, "Oh well, if they." I'm totally misquoting here, by the way. But he said, basically, if they go back to him, they're asking for it. That's what he said. And apparently it went down extremely badly, which I was pleased to hear.
Amongst the housemates?
Yeah. And they made a good point on the podcast I listened to. They said, even if you think that,
Don't
you're
say
literally
it on
Big Brother. Why would you actually say that?
You know, it's at the point now where the mask is slipping, isn't it? You can't be remembering you're on TV. We've heard this many times.
Yeah.
You know, you can keep it up for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But then after that, all the shit goes to the fan.
That aside, I think Terence has actually had quite a good week. Not for you, obviously.
For him, he has.
He's had great, he's had a lot
he's found himself the centre of a new alliance.
He's been making moves. I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Yeah, but isn't he tedious television?
Yeah, he's just a joke, really, isn't he?
He's awful.
And also, this twist has absolutely fucked everything.
Hasn't it? Hasn't it just? But the thing is, Americans, and I'm generalising here.
Oh, God.
They
Cover your ears, listeners.
Don't like a twist, do they?
Oh, no, I don't blame them.
But a twist is part and parcel of this show.
You were excited about the twist. How are you happy with the result?
I take all that excitement back. However, we will come to this, but I've got views that I'm going to share with you that I've found.
Views.
I got insight from the psyche of the Big Brother fans.
Oh.
And yeah, I've got thoughts.
Oh.
That's all I'll say.
I really thought Kyle was going to go. When he didn't, I was so pissed off.
Oh.
It was so close. I was just like, yes.
Do you know, the problem with this, actually, is Turner. Turner's done a turn.
He's turned away from the leftovers.
Yeah.
He's not the main problem. He is a problem. I'm worried now that they are going to run rings around the leftovers.
Oh.
They're not that smart,
isn't it 50-50 now?
It's 50-50, but I don't think leftovers know it's 50-50, do they? Because if they come back in and they're still pretending they're working with the other side, and then they can go and report back.
Oh, God, because Kyle...
Yeah.
Wait, because...
Kyle and
can
Turner.
pretend.
Yeah, and so can Turner.
And Joseph's the only one that knows the truth.
Oh
my God, I hadn't thought of it.
Exactly. So it's not 4 against 4 at all. They have got the information and they're going to report back to Alyssa and Terence all the shit.
It's ended now.
Yeah.
Let's just stop watching.
It's not good. The only hope is, and I know this has already happened for people listening, is depending on who wins the next HOH, maybe all that will just disintegrate. If Brittany or Taylor or whatever wins, people might scurry. I know, it's a long shot. She won that veto. People might scurry back, mightn't they? But if Terence or Turner or Kyle wins, no, Terence can't win. Alyssa, Turner or Kyle wins, leftovers are fucked.
What an ugly alliance, though. That is Terence, Kyle, Alyssa, and what's the other one?
Turner.
I like Turner.
Yeah, I like him
I'm upset
too.
about this because Turner gives very good diary room as well. I've noticed.
He does,
and I can't tell if he's delivering a scripted line or if he's just that's him.
Yeah.
Like if he feels like it's himself in the diary room, even when he might be delivering a line. I'm not sure.
These festival diary rooms this week, they were confusing me because I felt like the Dyre Fest people were like being extra sad in the diary room. I was like, are they acting this or are they actually sad? I couldn't tell.
Probably being put through the ringer by living in the garden.
It just felt more phony than usual in these festival diary rooms.
It was very up close in your face, wasn't it? Do you know what I heard? Did you notice on the eviction? Turner talked about bumping his head trying to get into the diary room. Must be like a little cupboard under the stairs or something.
No,
that they
I
just
didn't
set
hear that.
up.
Yeah, because there's an upstairs diary room and a downstairs diary room, isn't there?
And now the outside diary room, by the looks of it, because that's neither up nor down. Well, it is up, but it's neither the up nor
It's
down
like the
one.
Grand Old Duke of York. Yes.
Or did they just like put a green screen behind the diary room chair, which
Oh,
to
they
cut off
could've.
the sea urchin lights in the background?
I could have done. So that's all the gossip I've got for this week, which admittedly is a poor show on my part.
What about my news?
Oh, what is it?
I was on national radio this week talking about Big Brother UK.
What about your sound quality?
Oh well, as you said, shit as always. I did a sound check with those people.
Oh, what happened?
They said to me. So basically, this was if you don't know, for listeners who weren't tuned into my
didn't
tweets,
tweet it, did you?
I did, but only when it was
did.
happening.
Ah.
Because I was out that night at the theatre,
Couldn't
so I
you
had to
tweet
get
the link
home.
afterwards?
I did in a response to my. I did like a thread sort of thing.
No one sees that shit.
No,
Do
no
a
one
proper
sees it. I
one.
don't care. I should probably screen record it and tweet that.
Yeah.
But
you should.
I haven't put it on our Instagram, I guess. Could be a reel, our first reel.
I've got like 50,000 views from my robot. My mum's robot's living shopping. 50,000
Where did
views.
you post that?
I posted it on Instagram and then it goes through to Facebook and then I got 50,000 views on Facebook.
How?
Fuck alone knows. I've got so many people following me off it. It's good. I need to monetize that shit.
It's Crazy Blast fans
You
sharing
should've-
the robot.
Should have put BB on Blast logo on the robot. Ooh.
Should have mentioned BB and Blast on the radio, but
Yeah,
get a
quite.
bloody chance.
Yeah, go on. Tell us more about what happened. People want to know.
I was approached on Twitter to come on this quiz show type thing, which someone comes on with a special subject because it's based on Mastermind.
Dun, 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 dun.
But it's the caller asking the questions to the host, and the host basically gets the chance to research the subject for one song. And obviously they found me because Big Brother's coming back, and it's like currently, I guess, people are on people's minds.
You must be top of the tree of the Big Brother people on Twitter.
I was thinking, why didn't
don't
they
get
go
that.
to like BB Spy, Big Blagger?
They probably did. You were probably
No,
like
no.
fifth on the list. Yeah.
Well, no one said they were asked.
They're being polite.
So that's my I had lots of TV and radio things going on.
Yeah.
I was on the news the other day about
Yeah.
that festival I couldn't go to, a
Yeah.
Pride event.
Dyre Fest.
So yeah, that happened. And I got to ask the host 3 questions about BBK. What did you think? You
They
listened.
were good. They were
about the
good questions. Yeah, I thought they were good. I thought he's never going to get... Well, we won't spoil what the questions were, but I thought the second one he was never going to get. The first one
Yeah,
was easy.
that's hard. No one really knows that
Yeah,
one.
and even the third one, that's easy to utter. That's niche.
This is the thing.
Although
I think-
Jack did know it. Jack did know it because I played him in the show.
Yeah, so I think that most of us will go. They're
Yeah.
quite easy, but it's only because we know Big Brother inside
It's
out.
only easy when you know the answer. Everyone knows
Exactly.
that.
And this poor guy. I mean, imagine all the shit he has to research.
Yeah.
When he does that every night.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad. It's only for the duration of a song. He was good. I thought his,
He was
banter,
good, wasn't
but
he?
Yeah, he was good with you and you were good with him.
And he was interested, and he seemed like he
Yeah.
actually cared about Big
Yeah.
Brother, or could at least tolerate
Pretend,
it.
yeah.
But I heard, and he said he worked with Kate Lauder in the past, and then Alfie. Turns out Alfie listens to that show anyway, so knew who he was. And we did a bit of research, and he'd actually worked with Chanel Hayes in the past as well.
I wonder what he'd done with her.
Oh, Zoo TV it was.
Oh, God. What's that? Actually, I don't think I want to know.
Like back in the day when there was like Babe Station or whatever.
Oh,
Does
that's what I was
Babe
thinking it was.
Stations still
I
exist?
don't know. I feel like you don't hear about it anymore.
I think there was like Nuts TV and Zoo TV, wasn't there? There's like Lads Mags.
It's probably been taken down for being offensive to women.
God, sign of the times, wasn't it? It was a different time, indeed. I got the Nuts magazine Big Brother DVD. If anyone's interested in that.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and also, I've got this big box of Big Brother merchandise. Gaz's big box of Big Brother merchandise.
Yeah.
I contacted the Museum of Brands to see if they want to take that shit off of me.
Yeah.
No word yet, but I sent it on the weekend, so let's see.
Listener, if you're interested in having some Big Brother merchandise, contact Gaz and he will
Yeah.
sell it to you at a very reasonable price.
Very reasonable. Looking at you, BB Hooligan.
You should post like just
Leon.
a bunch of that shit on
eBay.
Instagram and see
Instagram.
if people want to actually buy
Oh,
it.
the archives. Yeah, you said that
Yeah.
before. We'll open up the
Yeah,
archives.
why don't you listen to things I
Gaz's
say?
BB archives. But so I attached a picture that I'd taken when I'd took all that shit out of the box.
Yeah.
And in there were like the cue cards. I'm like, not that though. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
no.
give away my cue cards and shit. But
right.
maybe my mugs and glasses and books and things.
Not
I ain't got room for
Not
it.
your big coin either.
Oh, not my big coin. That stays.
Celebrated. So should we talk about this?
Oh, I want to continue talking about myself though.
Well,
nah, I'm joking.
You can shoehorn it in, I'm sure, along the way.
So yeah, if you want to listen to that radio show, I don't know if you can from abroad, but I did tweet a little thread, so it's on there somewhere. But we'll probably make sure we put it somewhere else.
Yeah,
maybe
we will. We will. So the nominations episode. So we had we hadn't seen Who Picked Who, had we?
The schoolyard pick.
Yeah, the schoolyard
cliffhanger.
pick. Obviously, Michael was thinking strategically straight away. Like, Terence is like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick my boy."
Yeah.
Like, idiot. But then Turner goes.
He
to
got
him,
in his ear.
Yeah, he's like, "Pick the person you want to be a type." Like,
But he didn't though.
Why'd you have to have someone say that to you, stupid?
Yeah, but he didn't actually do it until the last minute.
Jasmine said about Michael, "I think he's picked me because we got a good relationship." It's like, oh, please.
She's really not very bright, is she?
I don't think even she believes this shit that she's saying. We never remembered to just take it in turns to make notes again. Even.
No, but there is a whole episode that I don't have notes on, so
good.
there is that.
Okay, it's the same thing then.
And I probably got half for the eviction.
Okay.
So I was excited when they announced this twist because I was speculating that they might have a second house.
I remember. What did I say?
It turns out they hadn't fucking bothered to put in the work and they just stuck them in the garden.
It's so funny because on the podcast that I'm listening to of that week,
Yeah.
they're all like, "Oh, they couldn't put them in the garden. Like the heat in LA is just like crazy and blah blah blah. They could never ever do that health and safety." And then,
Well,
sure enough,
yeah,
just all sat in the garden.
So
Joseph's hair went to shit, didn't it, in the garden a bit?
I did it.
Yeah,
Oh, I noticed.
A bit frazzled.
He's got a little bit of receding hair there as well on the sides, I've noticed, but we'll let him off.
Oh, well, he's got to have something wrong with him.
The testosterone does make you lose your hair, though. So, yeah. Are we allowed to talk about what happened in the garden now? Is that okay? Is it too early?
Talk about whatever you like.
What did you think about the sleeping arrangements?
Were they all together under that gazebo?
Yeah, just stuck on a load of beanbags.
Imagine being next to Alyssa and Kyle. Ew.
Oh, no, not with the 10-second sex.
Oh, you get the cooties off of them. It's no good.
The cooties. Sounds like something Bart Simpson talks about.
Yeah, it does.
And they had an outdoor shower, no? Didn't they?
Yeah, and cold shower.
Didn't you think they should have
Victor.
had a bicycle to pump it when they're in there?
Yeah, take it on board.
Have they not learned anything from this rich heritage of Big Brother around the
no,
world? Like,
they don't bother going to that conference.
For fuck's sake.
They're like, no, sorry, we're busy that week.
out of office. But like, come on. We've split the house many times. We've made people partly exist outside. But
partly exist outside, partly inside.
Yeah, we have. Like back in the day, when in Big Brother 3, when they split the house, outside shower, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But like they had a small...
Oh, I hated that split house.
Did they have a kitchen outside as well? I thought they had a little kitchen.
I remember
side
people smoking outside.
I don't know. I just thought like it was minimum effort, and it could have been done better. But they did have quite a nice little arrangement with that barbecue that Terence was grilling those sausages on, didn't they?
Of course he
was
would
that
be
Weber
doing
or?
Who knows? Could be George Foreman. He did the grill,
George
didn't he?
Foreman's the little sandwich grill thing, the healthy one with the fat drains.
Oh yeah, Outback Steakhouse. So we won't go through who picked who because it becomes evident, doesn't it, as we go on. Back at Brochella,
posh version.
They had pizza and beer party. That's nice, isn't it?
That is nice.
Alyssa was feeling sorry for Jasmine, saying, "Oh, she's got to be in there with all those people who don't like her." And Jasmine's meanwhile stuffing her face with pizza.
Yeah, happy as a pig in shit.
I'm as happy as a pig in shit.
You look pretty honest. There's a pizza in a pizza box.
See, and this is why I'm annoyed Jazz has gone, because we're losing that now.
Oh, that gold. Well, don't worry, she'll come back in the jury segment, so we'll still have that to look forward to.
I hope she's not wearing that outfit she's got evicted in.
I actually quite like that outfit,
God.
the Joker look.
Yeah, a court jester, I put. Turner has a little plan cooking. Oh, is it on the grill? Terence said he's on Alyssa's side. Oh, is Terence just saying to everyone, you're on my side?
I think I'm out of time here, but Terence said earlier, I'm not going to waste this opportunity.
Is that what he said? Oh,
Yeah.
bless him. So meanwhile, at Dyre Fest, they had spam. Oh, no. I thought it was an English thing, didn't you?
Do you know, spam is surprisingly international.
I'm sure we've had this conversation.
I don't know if we have,
on
but
podcast before.
maybe we have.
About 15 times.
I feel like, you know, the old empire shipped spam around the world. And actually, we probably have had this very conversation.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
We don't really eat spam anymore.
I should think
in the
not.
UK.
It's absolutely vile.
But in a lot of countries, it's actually like an ingredient to make in a dish.
Right.
Like a spam curry or a stir fry or whatever. Because we obviously like shipped it out to, I don't know, Singapore or wherever.
Spam flan.
Spam flan. God. Not flan like full of eggs. Ooh, God, that would make you fart something rotten. But I mean, I have memories of spam from being a kid. Don't you?
Yeah,
have a little,
the can,
doesn't it
the
have
little
a key
on the side.
The key to like turn it out of the tin. How the hell does that work?
God, me and you had the same sort of impoverished.
That's like wartime food, isn't it?
That and the pink wafers and the sponge fingers.
Pink wafers are great.
Where are we going with this? Spam.
Just wouldn't dream of it now.
No, gross. They recycled the old porta potties as well. Do you wonder if there's any... It might even get fucking...
Someone going to the loo coming out in blue gums.
Yeah, the fear every time you go in there, wouldn't you? Be like, oh my God. Oh yeah, not only have they got Kyle and Alyssa to deal with, they've got to sleep with Terence's fucking snoring out there as well.
Of course he is.
Yeah, of course he is.
He needs the mask.
Yeah, anyone with that body type is a classic snorer. I think that's true. It's true, isn't it? You never meet a skinny snorer.
Well, I can snore as well.
Can you?
But it's to do with your airways being blocked.
Oh, well, you got issues.
Oh, I got many issues.
You got airways issues.
Yeah, and the rest.
Yeah, we'll talk about those when you lie on the couch next time.
I was talking about something else.
In therapy. Gaz.
Gas in therapy. That's after I've been on Big Brother. That's coming out.
So Terence was missing his wife. And I think he got the letter, did he? Didn't get the HOH room, obviously.
There was a basket, no cereal with eyes, but I can't remember the letter from the wife. Boring.
No, I don't think they even read it out.
Can you imagine that? How dry that would have been.
Oh, God.
Drier than that tin spam. Spam's surprisingly wet. I'm still on the player pick, so I'm way back. Beer and pizza. Dyre Fest is open. Where are we at?
Yeah, the spam, porta potties.
Porta potties, outdoor kitchen.
Terence's letter.
Sleeping under a canopy.
Yeah.
HOH baskets and letters. I think they did a split screen type situation.
Yeah, Michael got a picture of his cat, and Monty was like, "Oh, your cat," like pretending to be interested. Hold on. Part of Michael's letter said, "It makes my heart so happy when you kiss your ring." Okay, don't. Did that pass the censors?
Not happy as when he's kissing his boyfriend's ring.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, what's Michael doing? Kissing his own ring?
I've seen it. You know, I saw it on the live eviction. Actually,
I did like his boyfriend. Is it his fiance or boyfriend?
Got a fiance, all right.
I liked it when he said he'd scared the cats a few times, jumping up and down with excitement.
That's like us at the final.
That's very relatable, isn't it?
Us at the final.
I actually jumped up and down when Terence put Kyle up. I was like, yeah, Kyle's going to go. And then that seemed good. I don't know why bothered. Why veto your own noms and then not a idiot?
Oh, because it gives an opportunity for dialogue or whatever he said.
Dialogue. An opportunity for dialogue. Fuck off, mate.
It was really a butchered sentence as well. It wasn't even that straightforward. Speaking about kissing the ring.
Yeah. Please tell me more.
I will kiss the ring. It's on his little finger, I think.
Little pinky.
Should not.
Kiss.
That shit used to be banned on Big Brother UK, and I think they should ban it on US as well.
Kissing the ring? Or? What shit?
Yeah.
Oh, the secret codes.
Talking in codes, communication with the outside world, like putting on a special T-shirt when you're stressed or whatever. That sort of shit. They used to come down on that back in the day in the UK anyway.
Yeah, hardline. But what about the shout-outs?
Why are they allowing it to happen in the US? Like, are there any rules here?
Do you know what? I'm tired of hearing about the shout-outs and people complaining about the fucking shout-outs. I don't actually care that much. Yeah, it is annoying, but do you know what's more annoying? People complaining about it. Shut up!
I'm complaining about it because guess what? Rihanna's not watching your stupid fucking show.
She might be watching, but she's not going to tweet about it.
She's feeding the baby. She's got better stuff to do.
I want to see that baby.
We're talking about this again.
I've
Anyway,
still not
about
seen
Beyonce's
it.
album.
Oh, God, no. No.
Michael is upset that Jasmine is using her birthday as a bargaining tool for the third week in a row. How many birthdays is she having? She's like the Queen.
Jasmine playing the birthday card I wrote, which I thought was quite clever.
You've done that before. That's been used before. That was a good one.
Go back to the old well.
Did you like the cereal box eyes again in this scene?
Did we see
between
them
Michael
again?
and Jasmine? With that cereal box eyes is on screen, I'm so distracted.
It's following you around the
Look
room.
eyes.
What's this? Back scratcher? Was someone Michael was scratching his back with a back scratcher, I think. Did he get that in his HOH basket?
There's little crawls on a
Yeah,
stick.
that reminds me of being a kid having a back scratcher in the house. Like, get the back scratcher.
I feel like my dad gave me one not that long ago. Chucked it out to the charity shop.
Not something you ever need, really, is it?
I'm-
You just get someone else to
Just
do
ask
it.
Dan to do
Yeah.
it. I was mad for having my back scratched as a kid.
Oh, yeah, so it was like, maybe it was a thing back
Was
in
it-
the day.
Was it just where we were from?
Fuck nice. if
I
you enjoyed a good back scratching
Yeah.
back in the 80s, let us know.
Yeah, I used to lie on my mum's lap and she just scratched my back all night long. And I'd be like, don't stop.
Oh, that's quite sweet. So Jasmine thinks...
Not all night long, but all evening long.
Jesus, get off, Mum.
I'm bleeding now, please stop.
So Jasmine thinks Monty is the target. Oh, Jasmine goes to the diary room and is crying and doing her real accent. Did you notice? She forgot to do her fake
I did
phony
notice her slip a
accent.
little bit.
Yeah.
More subtle.
Yeah. Silly.
I got a question. Did
What's
you
she
know?
crying about?
I don't know, but did you notice that I think there's a nickname nickname for the HOH room?
Go on.
The fridge. I heard someone come in and go, "Oh, back in the fridge."
Yeah.
And I think because it's got like metal walls and some sort of big like like a big circle, like a fan might be there or something.
Now, are you sure they weren't just looking in the HOH fridge? Because HOH gets a fridge with beers in it.
Oh, maybe. I thought it does resemble a fridge a little bit,
It's so stupid.
especially with plastic airplanes in the corner.
I think you were reaching there, my dear. Sorry if I'm being rude today. I've got a hangover. I've got no filter,
Terence is
opposed to usual.
turning to Turner for advice.
Terence is turning to Turner for
Yeah,
advice.
he's
okay.
suggesting putting up Kyle and Alyssa as
Ooh.
a pair
The showman
is a good reason. But Terence is aiming to protect Alyssa and Kyle. Why
target
is he so obsessed?
Joseph.
Why is he so obsessed with like looking after Alyssa?
I don't think it's so much
Oh, you
about
really
Alyssa.
remind me of a passenger on my bus. The
I think it's more about getting Joseph out. I think he's wanted to get Joseph out for a while, hasn't he?
fact that
Joseph went out.
Terence took out Joseph.
That is quite bad, isn't it?
Abomination, really.
That is the darkest timeline, really, isn't it?
Really is dire.
Kyle crawling around, sticking his arse out while Terence was talking about him. Did you notice that? Kyle was like on all fours.
Was he trying to twerk or something?
Yeah, I thought, what's wrong with that guy? You're a grown man. Behave yourself.
Probably just missing his TikTok videos.
Absolutely.
Give this.
I fucking hate that guy now. Terence is hoping one of the noms will be Kyle. Hoping. It's like, bitch, you're the HOH. You
What the
decide.
fuck?
You decide.
You
I
decide.
thought you can make this happen.
Terence wants to target Kyle and Joseph.
Why is Terence promising Joseph safety now? Terence literally just go around telling everyone what they want to hear. What's wrong with this man?
He wants to put Alyssa and Kyle up. Is that right? And backdoor Joseph.
Yeah.
I put go ahead with that, Terence, because I really wanted like Alyssa and Kyle to end up on the block together and
Yeah.
for something to go awry.
But Terence got what he wanted in the end.
Because he won that fucking veto as well.
Fuck me, HH and veto, comp B.
When he needed it. Jesus. Terence is fake promising Joseph safety, but Joseph doesn't buy it. Are we on the same bit?
Yeah.
Terence's HOH corner, I've read. Kyle's...
Not the HH
Who wants to see
corner.
my HOH corner? Kyle was trying to find another target. Why?
Trying
keep it
to
off of him.
find one. Terence
Ah,
Terence didn't get his HOH room. Did he get a HOH robe? That's what I want to know. Maybe he
No.
should get an outdoor one, like a, camouflage one or something.
a hunting jacket. I didn't see
What's happening?
an HOH robe in the main house
No.
either this week.
Budget cuts.
Perhaps there's no place for a robe at a festival. It
Go on,
got-
what are you going to say?
Well, the next part was where all my fears were realised.
Oh, no.
And I said to you last week, How can Kyle not have told Alyssa this whole time?
About the leftovers.
And then he did. It was finally the opportunity he had to come clean.
Hold on, just before that, Jack said at this point, my boyfriend, Terence should do the honourable thing and just walk. I don't know why he said that, but I found it quite amusing. Why should he? But yeah.
For being shit TV.
Gaz, this was so bad. Wouldn't your heart sink when this was happening?
I knew it was
I was just like, oh, it's over. This guy has been led by his dick over his fucking brain. What is wrong with him?
They should have got rid of Carl long ago. That's the fault of the leftovers for leaving him there.
He's the chink in the armour, isn't he?
He basically wanted to like get her favour by revealing it before someone else did.
What he didn't want was her to get evicted, go to jury, and then find out about it there, and for then her
that
to
would
never
be much better TV for us.
Yeah, and then for her to never want to sleep with him again because she's angry with him. Do you know what I mean?
It's not going to last on the outside anyway. So you better get over that now.
Apparently
Kyle.
his mum absolutely hates her, and it's like she's Satan and everything. She's like Mormon and stuff. I totally made that.
She's
part
the
up.
devil reincarnate.
I made that part up, but it was words to that effect.
She's not happy that he's been keeping this from her. I was really hoping it was going to blow up between them.
Yeah,
I was like, grow some balls, Alyssa.
I know. She was like, you could tell she was like, well, I'm not happy about this, but she's kind of stuck. She's got nowhere to go, has she?
No, because she ain't got Jasmine.
No.
She's inside. She ain't got Indy. She's gone.
No, she was kind of screwed, really. Kyle sort of spun it as, I've been trying to protect you this whole time, blah, 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 and all this shit. And then Kyle named the exact people who were in the leftovers.
But I was surprised because he goes, Brittany and Michael want a way out of the alliance.
This is something I know.
Is that true?
Yeah, this is something I actually know about.
Because they were talking together.
Because I've actually caught up on my podcast a bit more.
Yeah.
Because this is one thing that I thought is quite interesting that we don't know from the show. Michael and Brittany have been wanting to get rid of Monty and Joseph.
Yeah.
Because they just think down the end they're going to win like a lot of physical. Yeah. There's a lot of physical comps.
Because last week Michael was going, Joseph's in that. One foot in that other alliance. It's not serving us, which I think it is.
So I think Michael will actually be happy that Joseph's gone.
Of course he will.
But he's not going to be happy that because he doesn't know about the after party.
Oh shit! I forgot it's called that.
Yeah. So.
God, that's one after party you don't want to be at.
I can imagine Turner going on till like 6 o'clock the next day. It's like, oh fucking hell, I need to go home now. Fuck off. Yeah, so I think Michael will think it's a good thing, but I'm worried. I'm actually quite worried for Michael next week and Taylor.
Michael should be...
There
should be a tightening rope around Michael's neck by now, because look at how good he's playing.
Evocative language. Yeah, there should be, but no one's bothered to do it yet.
Trigger warning. Evocative language.
You're supposed to do the trigger warning before the evocative language.
Yeah, but you never know when it's going to come out.
You've got to do a bit of mop-up afterwards. Yeah, I just don't know what's going to happen. It's making me nervous. This twist is just... It annoys me because Joseph shouldn't have gone at this point. He shouldn't have gone and he's got fucked. He's got fucked by this twist.
That's the game though, isn't it?
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, quite.
Wow.
Kyle was next telling Terence. That's when you knew this is really...
when he did that.
Dunsies.
I put Kyle grassing to Terence, OMG. Kyle is squealing like a pig over it.
I've written, I don't know about if you ever thought about this, but given that they're all stuck in the garden, everyone can see where everyone is at all times. Why are the leftovers allowing... Like, they're so trusted in Kyle, clearly.
Yeah.
But they're allowing this conversation to happen.
Yeah, what they should all be.
Who are they? Just Joseph, innit? Oh, no,
Turner
and Turner.
and Joseph, yeah.
Yeah, like, I just thought, like, if that was me, and I felt like my alliance had any weak link, which is obviously Kyle, because he's got that thing with Alyssa, I would be up in those conversations right away.
Yeah, whether they like
who wants a sausage on the grill now, because I'm about to do this? Like, help me empty this porta potty.
Who wants to see the HH corner?
Yeah, exactly. Quick, guys, fancy a dip in the pool. Like, don't have that conversation. Just, like, stop those conversations at all costs.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, there wasn't many places to have private conversation. No. Perfect place for a house meeting. They did have a house meeting in the end. No, they didn't,
They did.
They did.
An after-party meeting.
But they did.
Joseph got called to the Dyre room.
That pissed me off. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but those opportunities would have arisen.
Yeah.
Time and time again over that course of that week.
Yeah,
but actually a whole calendar week they
that's crazy.
stayed outside.
I'd be so pissed off. Everyone looked rough. Everyone looked like they've been wearing the same clothes all week as well.
I would be quite annoyed being the inside housemates, not being able to get out as well.
God, imagine Jason Roy being stuck inside that house. He wouldn't be able to smoke 17,000 fags.
Are they allowed to smoke these days?
No, I don't think they do smoke these days, do they?
I didn't see anyone do it.
No. Oh yeah, this is when Terence remembered the OTEV thing and how I don't know, let Michael win. Something happened.
I don't feel so well.
And then the OTEV remix.
Oh, didn't he say through it or something?
Yeah.
And someone was like, first I've heard of it, no?
Yeah, something like that. And then Kyle goes, oh yeah, Turner's in on it as well. I was like, no, leave Turner out of it, fuck off. Terence goes, oh, well, I've been wondering what was happening in this house.
Did he?
I've been wondering what was happening in this
welcome
house.
along.
He was like, oh, basically, I've been on the block 3 weeks in a row and I could have gone at any time. Like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest. Kyle tried to set up the new alliance. Kyle also brought up the festy bestie thing with Monty and Joseph and said they didn't join you because you're mates. They joined you to if needs be. And Terence was like, ooh, did you not think of that the whole fucking week?
He didn't. He really thought he wanted to hang out with his bros.
I joined my boys. Wow, I was not expecting this. What a snake. My words.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
the snake noise was out this week.
I'm actually not surprised.
No.
I'm surprised that it's taken this long for it to actually happen. And actually, he's probably been itching to do this, but the twist has really... What's the word? Facilitated
helped him, yeah, it has. Oh, and what do you think, objectively? Has this actually been a good move for Kyle's game? Because I was thinking, oh no, this is a terrible move. But, I mean, he literally saved himself this week with it. Sorry, I'm leading the witness here.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
No, obviously for him, I think it is the better move. Cool. Because he is threatened by Taylor, Monty and Joseph, right? So he's going to have to find a way to... break away, and he's done it in a way which is, well, the segregation of the group basically created a very nice situation where these people can now band together. I'm just surprised that Turner's the one that's been willing to turn away from the leftovers.
Yeah.
It's like, because he could have not honoured it, and then I think probably it still would have happened that Joseph would have gone because Terence would have decided, right? Terence would have cast a deciding vote.
Yeah.
So either way, it was unlikely that Kyle was going to leave. But
it could be the case, though, depending on when who wins HH. Turner rats out on Kyle and Alyssa. But there was this thing about how Turner is like best friends with Kyle and Alyssa and feels the closest to them. So I feel like we've not really seen that.
Yeah.
So, like, where do his true loyalties lie?
Yeah, well, he was talking about the experience of living in the garden being a bonding experience.
Which makes sense, doesn't it? When you're on the outs, it does bond you together.
But also, don't they just seem like really bland people to be stuck with? I thought Turner's have got a bit more about him than that.
And I was just thinking, oh God, we could be gearing up for a really boring end game, depending on who goes when.
I feel like we almost certainly are, but we'll see.
We just lost 2 more people of colour this week, just saying, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. You know, the only... I know, there is still Terence, Taylor and Monty, but Monty is literally just there at this point. What is he actually bringing to the table, apart from the obvious?
What, massive biceps?
Yeah. He's literally doing nothing.
He's not, but is that part of a strategy, do you think, to sort of sail through?
It actually reminds...
He's sort of been throwing comps, though, hasn't he?
It kind of reminds me of Xavier last year. He's just like there. He's not really doing anything. I could see him winning at the end just because he's likeable.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't deserve it if he won it.
I mean, in all honesty, at this moment, the most deserving seems to be Michael.
Oh,
for
God.
me.
I'll say.
And it will be, like, as much as I obviously adore, fancy, drool after Joseph, like, not that one. Joseph. Because I say it like that now, by default. Like, it will be harder to see Michael go, I think, because he's like he's got such a good brain for this game.
Yeah, he does.
That it'll be very sad to see him fucked over.
He's like a few steps ahead of everyone else at all times, isn't he?
A few steps more, like about 100 metres above, with a bird's eye view of everything going on.
Yeah, he is. And I just really want him to suss this situation out and just be like on top of it, because otherwise he's going to be in deep shit.
But the thing is, Michael's not really... Like, he's... My favourites... I mean, Joseph was my favourite person, I would say. But, like, Michael's not aligned with Joseph, really. He's tolerating Joseph.
And I don't think... Actually, is Michael really on the top of anyone's hit list? Who is on the next top of the hit list for each side?
Monty for the after party.
Maybe Monty and Taylor, because I know Terence don't like Taylor. Alyssa's...
Taylor will watch out, because she's now going to start being targeted again, I think.
And Alyssa's not a fan of Taylor. Oh, and we know Kyle's a bit problematic about the black people. Taylor will be the next to go. But
Before Monty?
I reckon. Because that Taylor hate from the beginning, that's still a thread running through, isn't it? The golden thread.
Don't you think that...
the not-so-golden thread.
For the leftovers, they'll want to get Alyssa out now? Because they'll want Kyle and Alyssa split.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about if this is going to work, like you said, where they're going to keep it covert.
I reckon it will, but it depends who wins HOH. That'll be the key to it. And of course, everyone already knows the veto's probably been
Also,
played
check
now.
us out, theorising about strategy and shit like that. We've come a long way, bitches.
We've come a long, long way together. We have.
Through the dark times.
Yeah, of BBs, the US and the good now. So, now what's happening?
Monty does have one thing, though. He keeps offering himself up as a pawn, doesn't he? That's his one thing.
Great. Terence and Alyssa are counselling each other about how they didn't know what was going on.
At the bottom of the pecking order.
Terence...
It's funny, isn't it, how from outside, that's very obvious.
From outside the Big Brother house, Julie Chen.
Isn't it? It's like, wow, you've just realised that you two, who are very weak players, at the bottom of this gene pool.
Yeah, but they haven't realised, they've just been told. If they'd realised, I'd give them a bit more credit. Terence goes, wow, a lot of people have been messing with our game. We've both been getting played. Alyssa said, I wish I could go back and keep Daniel. Well, Alyssa, I wish you could go back and keep me too. Should have took me to jury house rather than send me home. Pre-jury, so I could go hang out with Paloma. We missed that.
At least you were able to bring that back out.
I'll bring it back once per episode. Has Kyle saved his own skin? ? Oh yeah, on the other side, Monty was offering to go up as a pawn, and Michael looked pleased as punch. He still thinks he has an alliance. Oh no, I want the leftovers to get a heads up.
This is the thing. I think Michael likes these things because he likes the sort of thought of these people offering themselves up, and he could turn it on them.
Yeah, but he's always like going, should I?
Yeah,
should I?
and he
never
does.
No, it's just the flim.
Because he's always because he is like quite astute and he's biding his time. He doesn't want to like fuck it too early for himself, does he?
Joe Biden his time. Taro's just rubbing his chin on my phone. He's missed me because I wasn't here yesterday.
And that phone.
Yeah, he's missed the smell. So now what have we got? The eviction.
I've written what's worse, and I've just mentioned this a little bit earlier, but for you, what is worse? To be stuck indoors with no access to a garden, or to be stuck in the garden with no access to indoors?
Oh, absolutely, to be stuck in the garden. Is that even a question?
I mean, it's not bad weather in where they are.
Oh, but when you're at a festival or something, you just outside is just like long to be inside. I always just want to be inside on my couch watching telly, the place where I'm happy. It's like Beavis and Butthead. I watched the Beavis and Butthead film earlier in the week. The new one.
The new one?
Yeah.
The new Beavis and Butthead
Beavis
film.
and Butthead do the universe. It was good. I was quite drunk when I watched it, but it was fun. Gaz is just shaking his head.
I wasn't shaking my head. I have no opinion on Beavis and Butthead.
So, now what's happening?
It's in the same bracket as Ren and Stimpy, isn't it?
Oh, well, I suppose so. So, Terence is doing the ceremony outside. Jasmine's pic... Oh, her photo on the wall looks like a LinkedIn photo, I noted here.
Jasmine's?
Yeah, look out for that.
She scrubs up well, doesn't she? She's very pretty, I think.
She's got a lot of different looks, that's for sure, hasn't she? She's got the straight hair, the curly hair. She always looks different. Yeah, has got a very unique look.
She's got the eyebrows up, she's got the eyebrows down.
Yeah, the eyebrows need to go. But she has got a lot of different looks, I'll give her that.
Perfect brows.
Yeah. So, Terence nominated Joseph and Turner. Oh, yeah, and then sort of basically told them that he knows what's been going on.
Oh, did he?
Sort of.
Oh, yeah, he said a lot of moves was very instrumental. He's not really a wordsmith, is he, person?
Joseph said it would be rough to go home on Terence's HOH. Oof. Turner is blindsided. How has he not figured out what's happened? Kyle is going to have to explain. But he didn't. I thought as soon as those nominations that Turner would twig, didn't you? That Turner would twig that Kyle had blown it up.
Been outed.
But Turner, you're right. The trust for Kyle is strong with that one.
Or are we not seeing everything between Turner and Kyle?
Yeah, probably. Well, there's only so much you can see.
But then he was on the block, so I don't know.
I was confused. I thought the whole thing would be out in the open. Then when it was still like under wraps, then I was like, "Oh shit, this is how it's going to be."
Did you say who the Brochella noms were?
No, I don't know what's going on. Jasmine or someone.
Do you know about Self-Esteem?
Oh, the singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love her.
Do you like that? That line that goes, "To find out like this was rough." It reminded me when you said it's rough for Terence to be put in Joseph up.
I like the fact she sings about her pussy and stuff.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, it's quite
She
empowering.
was actually performing at Mighty Hoopla that I was at in the summer. One of my friends was like, "I really want to go see Self-Esteem." I was like, "Never heard of her.
Yeah,
Never
honestly,
heard of them or whatever. I didn't know who they were."
She's so good. She's so
But
good.
That song with the whole gospel element has really blown up in the last few weeks.
Good, because she deserves to be a lot bigger than she is. She's very good live. I'd like to go and see her live, actually, if you're down.
Oh, I'm not that into her, but we'll see. It's only one song so far that I've heard.
You Forever is my favourite song of hers. That's the one that's... Actually, that's a different one. Her whole album is good, though.
Oh, I might listen.
It is good.
I'll have to listen.
Oh, yeah, the one I like is... You need to forever... Clear as mud. Just sing that into Shazam. Yeah, who were the
Brochella? I mean,
yeah,
it's called Brochella.
Jasmine and
Mont.
Brochella, I like to call it. Oh, and
we like to call him Mont.
Month, as I call it.
Apparently, it's like a Spanish spelling. That's why.
Yeah, because it wasn't his brother called Dante. I think he said.
Is he?
Yeah, when he did a speech,
Dante's
he
Peak.
shouted out to Dante.
Oh, it's a mountain theme.
Monte and Dante.
Doesn't Mont mean mountain or something?
Oh, probably, yeah. There you go.
What is Dante's Peak? Isn't it
Isn't Dante like a... Oh, it's some like ancient
name, no?
Greek or some philosopher, or there's something going on there, something from school.
What's that film where there's like a meteorite coming down to Earth?
Something Deep Impact.
Oh. I thought it sounded more like Dante's
It
Peak.
could be that.
I'm sure there's something similar to that.
Dante's Peak definitely rings a bell, but I have no fucking idea what it is. Something 80s.
I feel like it's a film about a meteorite coming down.
80s, yeah.
Anyway, we'll never know.
No, well, unless Laurie tells us.
I got a question. I've written this here.
Got a lot of questions tonight, don't you?
Question.
Oh no, not Beyonce again.
Did you notice the theme music?
Did I notice the theme music? What do you mean?
They must have done something with the theme music
did they?
differently.
Oh, was
a
it because
different
it was
version.
the Fire Festival?
It was like, I know what it was. So I think sometimes when we download,
Tammy's looking very blissed out right now.
sometimes I think we use a Canada file. I don't know where you get them from. Obviously, you're my supplier, but sometimes it's like a Canada file. Sometimes. Or on Video Brother, it's a Canada
file sounds like something you'd be arrested for.
Sometimes it's a CBS one.
Yeah.
And then this one, like normally with a CBS, they advertise some shit in the corner, but they didn't bother with this file, and they just let a whole instrumental version of the theme music play out, and it was a different arrangement. I was like, "This is nice."
It wasn't that Cossack music, was it?
No, it weren't even that. It's just a nice little arrangement of the theme tune.
I see.
Anyway, now,
yeah.
You got anything else from that episode?
No, I've got jack
I got to
shit.
throw to my screenshots because I took a load of screenshots because you know that I sometimes dabble with a bit of like social media through the week, and I know you probably don't. But
now and again. Oh no,
around
looking
the show,
at shit. No.
I was looking on Twitter, and it's always the for you bit that will fuck you over because
oh no, man.
I see it all the time. Joseph and Turner trending together.
Ah, fuck that.
And even though you've muted BB24, that doesn't take that into account.
But what about this?
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
off.
So I saw the hashtag cancel Dyre Fest trending. And I was like, well, this is quite interesting. So I'm going to have a look. So
Why'd you look at that? Did you get spoiled?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
More on that later.
Fixing to get spoiled
But
right there.
Just, living on the edge a little bit.
Yeah, quiet. I'd be looking at that shit with one eye open.
Yeah, well, when you see a spoiler, then you immediately start to squint.
Yeah, you're going like
quickly.
Nicola McLean looking at that shit.
So, in amongst these tweets, I saw claims that Kyle had cheated in a veto, but I don't think the veto had even happened. Plus, he didn't win the veto, so I think that's unfounded. The production were using torture techniques on the housemates outdoors, and it was unfair. And all these reasons why they should cancel Dyre Fest. So I decided to go through and take some screen caps of a few of the the highlights.
Oh, that sounds good. I never get to read tweets.
So I'll read some tweets
Oh,
to you.
please. I love this shit, man.
So
We hear about the hysteria.
Sarah Talks Big Brother said, why are the house guests paying the price for production's poorly planned twist? Playing copyright music to drown out wall yellers also prevents the house guests from talking game.
Oh.
Production doesn't let them talk game when they can't use the audio for TV. Hence Turner saying, wait for the plane to go
Oh, that was good.
over.
Oh, the wall yeller's back.
You've locked them in the garden. Of course they're going to be back. They're like a shot. I'm surprised the banner planes weren't back in business.
Oh, I thought there was at one point when those packages started coming down. I was like, the banner planes are back. Oh, brilliant.
So Joseph and Turner can't even campaign. So there you go. I didn't even notice that was a spoiler.
At least they got to listen to some music, innit?
But did they? I mean, so I discussed this with Alfie. The solution to that is crowd noise.
Yeah. Oh God, that's torture tactics. Playing crowd noise in the
matter.
whole week.
That's how you drown out people.
Matter.
It doesn't matter. That's how it's tried and tested. It's how you drown out people from the outside. A recording of the crowd noise.
God.
My name is iNews says, being a superfan, never missing an episode in over 20 years, and a faithful subscriber to the CBS live feeds, this is the absolute worst twist ever displayed on Big Brother.
Whoa.
It's unfair, inhumane, and not thought out by production at all. Major fail.
Wow.
Hashtag cancel Direfest.
Wow.
Cece at Reality CC said, okay, you actually need to cancel this twist now. This is fucked up. You're using torture techniques on the outdoor house guests. You can't use sound torture and sleep deprivation just because you're worried about yellers. So apparently they're just like constantly playing something because they're worried about people over the walls.
Wow, this is some good shit.
So people started to sort of bring this argument that obviously Firefest
is
famously cancelled.
Yeah.
So basically it wouldn't be too out of this world to cancel Direfest. Yvonne said, no, but cancelling Direfest would add so much dramatic tension. Imagine Kyle pulled all of this shit and then finds out the festival is cancelled. So Joseph stays and he has to walk back into the house completely exposed.
That's not fair on them. That's not fair on Kyle for playing strategically, though, is it? I get their drama.
People weren't happy because Joseph is very well liked. This is what it boils down to.
I'm getting that impression. Reading between the lines here.
Someone with the name Taylor's Karma said, just cancel Direfest. It was a mess from the start between Michael and Terence speaking prior to the split when they weren't supposed to.
Oh.
Not sure about
I wonder
that.
what they spoke about.
Kyle cheating in the veto com. Here goes the claims of cheating. And all the wall yellers who isn't going to stop. Who aren't going to stop. There is no way this twist can continue. Take your L, CBS.
I wonder if the wall yellers were like giving them some useful info. If so, the outies are going to be in an even stronger position.
Thing is, I don't know how much useful info they could give because people watching live feeds were upset because they were saying they're hardly showing outside because of this commercial music problem.
Right.
I've got a couple more, I think. Joseph possibly being evicted due to Kyle's racism is not okay.
Oh.
Production interfered with the game to warn and help Kyle.
Oh.
He goes ahead with his plan, adds a token black person, and gets caught cheating. Enough is enough. Stop protecting Kyle.
Oh.
I'm not really sure what that means.
Me either.
And you might know what this means. If you can let Victor come back into the house 3 times, you can do something to hashtag save Joseph. Who's Victor?
He got evicted and then he came back in a battle back and then they had another battle back and he came back again. So he came back in fair and square, really.
Can you have a battle back from the jury house?
Yeah. They just don't. I don't think they really do battle backs anymore, which I'm quite happy about.
Terence's crack said at CBS Big Brother, show the outside or cancel Direfest. This is ridiculous. We pay for feeds. This shit ain't free. Paramount Plus, stop scamming. And then tweeted Paramount Plus again, I want my money back. You're blocking the outside feed. People were really annoyed. They couldn't see what was going on in the garden.
Don't you think it's quite pathetic?
What, people acting, what's the word? Entitled about what they get to watch.
It's just a TV programme. Grow up.
I mean, it
how
is
I
just
feel
that,
about
yeah.
It. You're not entitled to anything. Yeah, you pay the money. You're getting live feed. Which part of the live feed? It doesn't specify that on the T's and C's, I'm sure. So shut up. Go read the Big Brother
I'm pretty
rule
sure
book.
T's and C's said you'll get what you're fucking given.
Yeah, exactly. Just like we used to. I just think. Yeah, exactly what you said. People like Joseph. I agree. Joseph got absolutely done, and yeah, it sounds like there was a lot of other fuckeries going on, but that's Big Brother. Welcome to
Exactly.
Big Brother.
My response to this was, is it okay for Big Brother to lock the housemates in the garden? Yes. Is it okay for your favourite housemate to get fucked over by a twist? Also yes.
Yeah.
Like, and I said, you've got Cancel Firefest trending, but you know for a fact CBS is never going to listen to their audience.
No. They never have in 20 years, so why start now?
And speaking of trending subjects, another one that I saw was KK Kyle.
Oh, I've heard about that, yeah.
Have you heard about his fan base trying to rebrand it?
No, go on.
So Alfie informed me that on TikTok, the TikTok community was saying that it means Kind King Kyle.
That's brilliant. That is fucking brilliant, man.
It's the rebrand that you didn't see coming this year.
The TikTok community, i.e. the Braindead community.
The Kind King.
Let's think of a better one with the kooky. No. Oh, not that many words begin with K, do they?
No. I mean, Kind King is probably the best they could have come up with. Stop Protecting Kyle was also trending, apparently.
Kinky. He likes it on the floaties.
And I also noted this tweet, which really resonated with me, from Tweets by Shelley. Joseph is too fine to be evicted. Cancel Dyre Fest.
Yes. That's an honest tweet, at least.
So yeah, that's my insight from Twitter in the week.
Can you do that every week? Or can you get Alfie to? Because I like that.
If I see a little trending thing,
I want to hear those
dive in there.
tweets. That's the worst thing about us watching Behind. I want to know what Janelle's tweeting about. I want to know all this shit. No one ever fucking tells us, no matter how often I ask them to. Tell me that shit. Please.
Just go do it yourself.
God, I can't because I'll get spoilers.
Can we have a break? Because I need a little toilet break.
Yeah, God, why have we done 51 minutes on one episode? It's too long.
A lot to talk about.
BRB.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome back. We just had a little crisp break. I mean, was it sponsored by Luke? Not really.
Pretty much. Look, I've just given Gaz 2 of the bin liners of crisps that you bought us.
I've never known a 22-pack multi-pack to exist in my life.
And now you've got 2 of the fuckers.
You can't get that in a normal supermarket, can you?
I don't know. Yeah, I would normally get the 12-pack. 22-pack.
22 is hefty.
It's good. Yeah, that's what we'll be after eating them all.
I just want to say, and this has come to light since we ended recording last week, we were like, what's this weird symbol on the Lays?
Yeah.
It was a different money. Turns out they were Indian Lays. And they're all crinkly. We don't really get crinkly walkers, do we? Oh, there's Max flavour ones.
Oh, yeah.
Flava.
And McCoy's walkers or not?
No, they're not.
McCoy's
it got me thinking about crisps, and when I was in Thailand, most of the Lays were also ridged, but they're not big.
For your pleasure.
They're not big ridges like the other crisps we get here.
A shallow ridge.
I think it's because, like, excuse me, I got crisp hands. I think it's because that in hotter climates, like, they don't stay fresh as long when they're really thin. I think.
Is that right?
I think so.
Interesting.
So I was like going, why did you send, like, salted?
Yeah.
Honestly, when I opened up that bag of crisps and ate it, it was so nostalgic for me because it was exactly the same as the salted Lays from Thailand. And I was like, I moaned about it, and actually, these are really good.
I actually really like this, just the really salted ones as well. They were nice.
It's because they're thicker, they're a bit more, like, oily.
And Jack was loving the cream cheese ones. He was... his eyes lit up when I gave him the second packet. She didn't like them.
I tried the Indian ones, which were the masala ones I was most looking forward to.
Oh yeah, were they nice? I did not like
actually.
Were they a bit too strong?
They're a bit heavy. I don't know. I had to stop halfway through the pack.
Have a breather. Keep breathing.
I had to clip those ones for later. But yeah, thanks, Luke.
Yeah, if you want to send us crisps, our address is redacted. Just to give us a shout. Right, let's get back to this video.
I haven't got notes for this one, so you're on your own.
Oh, thank God. Right. Which member of the cookout did you think would be back to host the veto comp?
Derek. Didn't you? I thought the only one available.
Imagine if it was Kyland after the way he fucking left the house.
Derek or Todrick.
Todrick.
You know he's a member now.
Honorary member, like when you get an honorary doctorate.
I loved how, was this the one at the start of the show? They put the faces of all of them on the screen to be like, which one's it going to be?
It wasn't hard to work it out, was it? Also, she weren't even there. She was just on a screen. It's not like you could say you met her. She was literally just on a screen.
That didn't really occur to me.
Yeah, it did to me.
I couldn't stop looking at those boobs.
God, what's happened there? I think she's got curvier, hasn't she? Because they look like a real boob still.
I think they were. Yeah, I don't think she's been enhanced at all.
No.
I just think she's maybe been styled in a different way.
Well, she certainly has. Yeah. Not sure about the hair.
The hair was quite.
I liked her braids. They were cool.
Yeah, the hair
was a bit dated.
It was a bit like Great Gatsby, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't like the hair.
It felt like a flapper girl kind of look.
Yeah,
if I remember rightly.
But the boobs were good.
Barely remember.
But to be honest, I've gone right off Tiffany now. But anyway,
I've gone off of the lot. To be fair,
don't
they
you
just overdid it.
Yeah, they did.
Todrick was fanning the flames. It all just got
their welcome, didn't they?
Yeah, it just all got a bit much.
Just over it. So Joseph still seems upset, but like he's acting in the diary room. Kyle, you just ruined your game for a shag, you dummy.
Do you know, like, have you ever seen the Pokemon cartoon?
Yeah.
You know, like in animes, when people are feeling emotional, they do this little like zigzag lines on their cheeks.
Oh yeah.
Joseph forgets that when he's emotional, where his cheeks get flushed there.
Oh, bless him. That's cute. So yeah, then I've been talking about the garden, how it has no privacy, and it reminded me of the cage in BBAU, where they all had to put their game out there in front of each other because they were stuck in the cage.
Where
it made me think of that.
Estelle and Tim famously had a run-in.
Went at it. Terence lying to Joseph that the ultimate move to get out this week is Kyle. So Terence is finally playing the game. Terence said he'll put...
Well, she wouldn't.
He'll pull... Oh, yeah. I know. Terence said he would pull Joseph down, but he didn't say it very convincingly. Oh, yeah. He said, hopefully we'll get you out of this jam. Once again, Terence, you literally just put him up. Like, the jam is of your making. Terence flavoured jam right here. Terence blaming it on the Otev move. Oh yeah, this is what Turner was going, why'd you put me up? And Terence said, when I told you about the plan with Otev, when I threw it to Michael, I said, the blah, blah, blah. And Turner said, facts. And then Terence thought that Turner already knew about it because he said facts. But apparently Turner just says facts to everything, but people say, oh, the sky is blue. Facts. That's a vase. Facts. Do you know what I mean? That was so.
So what does that mean? Was that just a load of rubbish? It was, wasn't
yeah,
it?
I think
Terence
it was,
didn't even believe it, did he?
No.
I think it was storytelling.
Yeah, Terence was just making some shit up, but then Turner was like, oh shit, what have I done? But it was just bullshit. It was just flim flam.
I still don't really understand what it all meant, to be honest.
It didn't mean anything. Terence was just trying to cover his tracks. So Turner said, oh, you're my best friends in the house, to Kyle and Alyssa. I can't believe Kyle is getting away with this. Turner, though, is happy to throw Joseph under the bus.
Yeah, see? Joseph's too much of a sort of delicious looking chunk of man to not want him out of the way for anyone.
Tasty target. Got to get him out. Joseph is looking a bit frazzled outside the house, I've noticed. I'm quite surprised you didn't notice. He wasn't looking his usual preened self. Didn't have his hair gel with him.
I thought he looked like he's done nothing but do bench presses on that outdoor workout bench because he's got nothing else to do.
I want to know how...
chest was popping.
I want to know how much... What am I trying to say here? How many hours a day Joseph works out, don't you? Or do you know? Not that you know, but could you hazard a guess?
Well...
How the fuck
he's
do you
got
get
to be
that
in
body?
the gym really regularly, or he's using some enhancement.
No, he said he said he never had.
Not using steroids.
No, and he's in the house now. He can't be using that. So how is he still staying?
No, but they've got all that. They've got all that in there. They've got a decent bench and stuff.
Yeah,
and
they've got steroids.
Oh no, they don't have that.
Not unless the psychedelic salamanders slipped it in.
Yeah, I wonder how much they've probably got protein powder, but I don't know. He probably is on a regimen of pre-workout and supplements and stuff like that. There are things you can do to help yourself along, but whenever I see someone like that big, I always tend to think not natural. Only because I know how long I spent in the gym and I never got that big.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe with the right trainers, anyone can do it. But I think also it comes down to genes as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of
he's got good genes.
He does.
And so obviously it's Monty, because Monty's arms are about the size of my thighs.
Yeah, about the size of mine too. Hold on. The editing between the houses is diabolical. The way they just going, and then they show the other house. It's so shy.
They didn't do the Sonic 2.
No, they could have flicked between them a bit better, but they did not.
I noticed in some sections they decided to sort of go to one and the other. It's like, this is how this house dealt with it, and this is how this one did it.
I like that when it's like the ceremonies and stuff. I thought that worked, but when they're just cutting from one to the other, it didn't work. Jasmine and Monty are up on the other side. Oh, we finally worked out who the nominees were. Imagine if both...
I said that in the last section.
I won't listen. Imagine if both Joseph and Monty go this week, I pontificated. Jasmine was still moaning about being nominated on her birthday week. Brittany...
Do you know, the irony is, we never saw Jasmine's birthday in the show, did we?
No, obviously wasn't a thing. Not Rockstar's daughter's birthday. Oh yes, then we had the start of the veto comp. Brittany said she's never been to a club, but she hopes that there's got gummy bears and stickers there.
How could you never have been to a club?
Shout out Gino. Yeah, what the fuck?
The gummy bears. I didn't even think about Gino when I saw those gummy bears. It says everything about his legacy.
Oh, bless him.
Do you know that he's released
a
gummy bear pendant necklace that you can buy?
God. I have nothing to say about that.
What's the name of that guy again? Just kick your feet up.
Marty.
Yeah, Marty was the first customer apparently.
I feel like he got quoted this week. He did, didn't he? Yeah, it's coming up later. So this is a comp. I like this comp, don't you? If this is 17.
Oh, this was good actually.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, this is like a proper old school Big Brother comp. Like I've seen it work so well before, where people just fold, and then they eventually win.
I forgot about that part of it.
Yeah, don't you think that's an interesting part of it?
This stick or fold business made it more interesting.
Yeah, it's an added level.
I can claim to understand it fully.
Yeah, that's the thing, and certain people in it don't understand it quite, and they just stay in and then they go out straight away. But if you just keep folding, eventually you get lucky, or you can go out. Depends what happens.
What does fold mean? Drop out?
Yeah, you drop out. Yeah, but I like that. We're trying to work out how many. Are you quite good at that, or a bit shit?
A bit shit because I'm not good with like numbers and quantities and stuff. But I feel like because it's visual, that's what can help you. Like, because if you have that sort of mind, you know, like this little amount amounts to this, and you times it up by how many there are.
But don't you think it's always a lot more than you think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like way more.
It's like something you get at the village fair.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? What is it? The gobstoppers.
Guess how many sweets are in the jar,
it is,
and you could win.
Yeah.
A meal at the local pub.
Maybe we'll be good at that now after watching Big Brother.
I actually entered one.
Yeah, did you?
Really recently at Black Pride. They had a hotel brand was promoting their brand, and they put all these like key cards into a big jar. And so I did the same thing. Like I could see a little wodge of them. I was like, well, that's like 14. I need to times that up.
Yeah.
Never heard anything. It's probably way off. I don't know if it was without going over or not. I didn't mention.
So Michael's strategy was just to go well over and then just try and act like he was doing shit, I think, was it?
This reminds me of Wellard out of EastEnders, the dog.
Yeah, why?
Well over.
Oh, well over. Brittany was doing mind control, getting other people to drop out. Is that okay?
Oh, finally. She's mentioning hypnosis.
Did you like the look of those Comp Beast energy drinks? Would you drink one of those?
No, give me palpitations.
I don't really have much on the comp except for...
What's it called? Something punch or something?
Well, I never wrote down what it was called. It's not very helpful. But you didn't write down shit, so I did better than you. The upshot was Brittany won the veto. Go on, Brittany.
I don't remember.
She did.
Who was it against? Who was like in the end?
Can't remember.
Oh, never mind.
God.
I don't get caught up on these small details.
No, it doesn't matter. Oh, I've noticed something. Brittany's lost weight. Don't you think she's looking quite different to when she first went in there? She does. She looks good. I think she looks good. Not to say she looked bad before, because she didn't, but I just noticed it. Yeah, keep
if there's another wall comp, she'll be fine.
We know that you either put it on or lose it in the BB house, don't you?
Dan's got a thing about Brittany.
Yeah.
My boyfriend Dan. He loves her voice.
Oh, really?
He really wants her to do like videos on YouTube so that she can like read out. Dan really enjoys like videos about like science or geography where they like teach you about a country or a phenomena or whatever.
Yeah.
He thinks the voice that she's got really would suit it, and I can see that actually.
I need to check that out because I don't really pay much attention to her voice, to be honest. I shall listen more keenly next time. So Jasmine is trying to sweet talk Brittany to use the veto on her.
Yeah, Brittany's just there like,
Brittany's like this. Yeah, she's like, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's like,
slowly backs out. Jasmine's always sat on that bloody bed as well.
Oh, I know. Get out of that bloody bed. It's like, what's the non-binary person? Oh, Jess in Big Brother Canada. They were always in their same bed in that corner, just like, get out of the bed and go and talk to people. So Taylor and the leftovers was pontificating what was happening on the other side of the house. Taylor said, "Oh, it's smooth sailing over here, but who knows what could be happening on the other side of the house." Michael has sussed it, and the people outside haven't worked it out. What? Oh, this. Hold on. Monty said it could be the opposite over there. Oh, yeah. It was not that Michael has sussed it. They were kind of like saying, "What if it's this? What if it's this?" Do you know what I mean? It was like
running through theories.
Flim flam. Michael started fanning the flames to go after Kyle if Alyssa comes back. Oh, yeah, because he said if Alyssa comes back, we'll know the leftovers have turned on each other. Yeah, so we need to go after Kyle. Oh, so hopefully that bodes well for them not falling back into the leftovers.
But with the circumstances and Terence holding all the power, he was never a leftover.
No.
You could kind of...
Yeah, but... Oh, yeah, because Alyssa wasn't up, so there was never an option to get rid of Alyssa. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Monty said, if Kyle has anything to do with getting Joseph out, it's BB suicide. What do you think about that?
I'm potentially triggering. I wasn't sure about that.
Trigger warning before that as well. It sounds quite glamorous though, doesn't it? BB suicide. Like it should be on a t-shirt.
I know, there's a whole film called Suicide Squad and a comic book franchise, so...
Words are thrown around very lightly in that Big Brother house. Kyle and Alyssa said... No, Kyle said to Alyssa... No, hold on. Someone said, out of Kyle and Alyssa, my whole game revolves around you. She's forgiven him then. Must have been her
Kyle
then.
to her, of course.
Kyle is feeling bad.
Kind of bullshit men stuff, and she just wants to roll over and buy it.
Yeah, Kyle, protect me, please. Kyle is feeling bad for blowing up his alliance. You're a rat.
Is he though? Was he? I don't think.
Well, he's probably just saying it. Kyle can't win veto as it will show his cards. Joseph is playing with a glow stick. Do you remember that?
Oh, spinning it around. It was on like a string. Yeah.
Care packages came down, or whatever they were. I thought it was a banner plane, but it just had the rules for the competition on it.
And no, not only that, the elements to make the competition. I actually like that, and we haven't commented on these yet.
Yeah,
but they've got these time lapse clips that they've put in this year, which I've never seen before. Where they just like pan across the room and you see them like darting around the kitchen.
I do like that. I like
that shit.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, we haven't commented on that, have we?
No, but
editing.
That's a nice editorial decision there. Thanks for doing at least one thing quite nice this year, CBS. Now sort your fonts out.
Yeah, I did like them building their own comp. It reminded me a bit of BB24 when the comps, it was very low budget and it was very sort of rough and ready like that. Like they sort of just played tag for one comp and stuff like that. You know?
Really?
Just had like branded t-shirts on. It was kind of cool, like just without all the bells and whistles, you know.
I liked that they, like, obviously they have nowhere to go, so Big Brother couldn't come in and make it for them.
No.
And obviously, probably it challenges the task team or whatever to come up with something that is constructible.
Yeah.
So you did get something very different, and it was this whole polystyrene.
Oh yeah,
food containers
cheapo
thing, which is really good though because Firefest famously has polystyrene with like a piece of bread on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was actually a really good idea.
It's a clever idea.
It was well done.
And it looked frustrating as hell, didn't it?
And also it's light.
Yeah,
but the wind as well. Don't you think the wind would be against some people just because there'd be a gust at that moment?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, wherever they're positioned, it's windier than others.
Oh God, it did look hot in that garden, I must say. I did feel sorry for them. Stacking things, very BBAU, I've said.
And Canada, I think. When I see a stack, I think of Canada. But yeah, also Australia, right.
Alyssa was using her teeth to hold one of the boxes at one point.
Is that allowed? I guess so.
Turner was going through the 7 stages of grief. Oh, God.
Yeah, but 2 of them were the same. Upset and sad, I think.
More triggering.
Reminds me of, what's her name? The blonde girl out of Australia who basically would describe the same thing in 2 words all the time.
Oh.
Alyssa, what's her name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Tali said she's the female Tim. I forgot what her name is.
Oh.
Alicia.
Oh, Alicia. Oh, God. I'd forgotten she existed, thank God. So, Terence won the veto. What the fuck? Kyle said, we all thought Terence was a dud, but turns out he's a stud. Is Terence a stud?
Absolutely not. Nothing of the sort.
Turner said, this is the opposite of fire.
Yeah. Dyre.
Yeah. Joseph acting a right sap in the diary room, I've written here.
Actually, the opposite of fire is water, isn't it? Sorry,
Did you agree Joseph was acting a sap? Even the diary room was just a bit like.
He looked very upset about the whole situation. I could see that he was a broken man,
No.
and I'm very open to being sympathetic to Joseph because I think he's possibly my favourite Big Brother US contestant ever.
I suppose you're not more gutted that he's gone. You're accepting.
Well, because I know that like shit like this happens.
Yeah, you're lucky to have had him this long.
I think so.
In a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it. It's still a bit annoying though.
But no, I really felt like he looked defeated, and actually, it was another scenario where the diary rooms during the comp told me that he hadn't won. I could tell from his face from the off. They need to stop doing that.
Oh,
to be
it's
honest.
so fucking annoying, man. That shit.
Like they think they're being clever in how they're presenting it, but once you've watched it enough, you know.
You can see the look of glee in people's eyes sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. So Kyle was getting the snake noise again. Kyle said, "Keep running your mouth, dude." Who was that about? Kyle told Terence the name of the alliance. How is Turner going to work with Kyle and Alyssa over the leftovers? ? Terence, Kyle wants to send your ass home, bro. Who said that? What's going on here? Loose lips.
Terence said that to Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing his chats by the pool.
Terence was like, oh, yeah, this is when Terence said bitches get snitches, wasn't it? And no, what is it? Sorry.
Stitches. He probably did say snitches.
Bitches get stitches. This snitches get stitches. This is when I started to get hype because I thought, oh, Terence actually doesn't respect Kyle for ratting out the alliance. He thinks that's, you know, being a grass.
Yeah.
And Terence don't respect that sort of gameplay.
Well, he was throwing the cat amongst the pigeons. I don't know if he said that, but he was sort of saying to. It's almost like riling Joseph up, I guess. Or saying like, look, this is what's happened. How do you feel about that? What are you going to do about this? He doesn't.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's blown at your alliance. He's told me everything.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And actually, Joseph was a bit like shocked.
Yeah, he was.
He hadn't really suspected that until that he heard it from Terence, I don't think.
This is actually good gameplay from Terence.
I know,
it has to be said.
It's hard to enjoy it when it's someone so bland.
Yeah, I know. Terence should have kept this part to himself, I've said. Joseph looked devoed. And then Joseph said, oh, well, if he's told you that, I'm going to tell you this. And he said, Kyle was the one who started the alliance in the first place.
Was this in the... I thought this was...
Actually,
in the eviction.
Yeah, no, actually, I think that was the next episode. I'm getting carried away. Joseph said, he snaked all of us. He snaked all of us. Oh, yeah, Terence said, where I'm from, snitches get stitches. So, Terence is doing too much. Pick a side and keep your mouth shut to the other side, was my advice there. Even though I just said I thought he was playing the game well. It's hard to say, isn't it?
At that early stage of the week, yeah, maybe.
I thought Brittany was wearing a nice dress as well. I think Brittany's had a glow up, you know.
How can you have a glow up in the Big Brother house?
You
There's no
can.
new clothes in there.
No, you can't. Like Derek Levasseur, he came in looking a bit, you know, piggish because he was one. And then they sort of, you know, gave him like the hipster beard and shit like that. You can have a glow up in the Big Brother house. So Brittany didn't use the veto. Terence used the veto because he said this will give us a dialogue moving forwards, as we mentioned earlier. Yes, Terence is going to get all their secrets. He put Kyle up. He said, I'm driving the bus and these folks are throwing themselves under it. Kyle said Terence is playing 3D chess, an expression I mentioned to you just recently. And he said, what does that mean?
Chess is 3D.
I think it means like using the people as the pieces. Like, ding.
That's such a dumb term phrase.
It's pathetic, isn't it? Shame we missed...
Human chess it would be, not 3D chess.
Yeah, that makes more sense. My thought on this was...
Yeah.
It seemed like I was excited by that. I was like, oh, this is cool. He's used the veto. Kyle's going up. But because we'd had to switch between the two houses, I felt like we didn't really see a lot of the drama. Maybe there wasn't much drama, though, if they were playing fucking music into the back garden the whole week. But I felt like we missed I
actually felt the same. I remember. Because there was a layout of a ceremony. Yeah. Wasn't there? But they did, like you said, they did them spliced into one another. Yeah. Terence closed that box incredibly slowly.
Did he?
Yeah. You know, you close the little green velvety box. obviously as the ceremony rules dictate. About the only rules they've got in this fucking show.
How dare you?
But yeah, I also felt like there wasn't room to sort of... I guess we actually never really see that until the next show, though. That's where the show ends normally, isn't it?
To see what?
Did it end right there?
Yeah.
Once they announce it, that's when they start to go slow motion and put music out for it, isn't it? But it felt like there was a lot of tension in that scene of them being sat there in the sort of makeshift ceremony.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt the same. Like
we'd been cheated out of something, hadn't we?
Yeah, it's a bit like you last week. You could smell that really nice bread, and then it was just sort of dry biscuit that you didn't enjoy.
Oh yeah, that was disappointing. The listeners don't know about that, do they? Because we discovered that afterwards. Did we?
Wasn't it during the break?
Wait,
it was during the break.
I'm not sure. I thought it was at the end.
No.
Should we carry on, or do you need a break?
No, I need a break. Let's carry on.
Let's carry on.
That was quick. Bloody hell.
Yeah, you got to rattle through this shit.
No messing around.
So the double eviction, I was a bit annoyed that it wasn't just the normal double eviction. I love the double eviction, and I felt like this didn't have the
Why?
the Jasmine bit. They literally got that over and done within about 5 minutes flat, didn't they?
Well,
Jasmine was cheap.
they know what their big storyline is.
The other thing that pissed me off, and I know we're going to come to it, but I might as well just say it now.
Joseph not being shown his messages on screen.
Yeah, well, that was a bit annoying. But like, just Taylor not getting to say goodbye to Joseph, like it just felt like wrong for them to go out and not get to say goodbye to half the house. I just didn't agree with it.
See, I don't mind that kind of thing. 'Cause
Why?
it's very normal for these sort of things to happen. For people to be evicted in a costume, for people to be evicted by surprise, to be backdoor evicted.
God. You're a right renegade, aren't you?
I mean, why? Like,
I don't know.
What would you have gained from them getting to say goodbye?
I don't know, because I felt like it was sad. Like when the others came back in from the garden and Taylor obviously saw that Joseph had gone, she looked upset.
What they should have done is more shit.
Yeah.
Of like thrown back to Drew and Tully. You know, let them see it happen or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a bit of emotion.
Yeah.
Crying through the window or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
But they've got those blacked out windows, so they can't really see much.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like they were cheated. I felt like Joseph was cheated out of a proper eviction, and I didn't like that.
Well, Joseph got the longest eviction interview I've ever seen on this version of Big Brother.
Jasmine had about one question, and he had about 50.
Yeah, of course, rightly so.
Joseph, how dare you? I'm just as important.
Julie, you look pretty as a piece of cornbread. Or something.
On my birthday week. So Julie,
biggest shock of the night. Jasmine's got a husband.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
I didn't know
because I heard she was flirting with Joseph on the live feeds and said she quite fancied him to Alyssa or something. And then Jasmine's husband was having to like fend off all these people on Twitter who were going, "Oh, she's going to cheat on you."
No.
It's like you're allowed to fancy someone because.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? It's not like
also,
Joseph.
look at Joseph.
It's not like Joseph's going to fuck Jasmine, is it? Like not in a bad way, but you know.
Joseph's got someone on the outside, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Because Twitter got really excited. I think this is week before last. He was talking about the girlfriend, and then someone said to him, I think maybe Turner or Monty might have asked, "Is she going to be upset about the way you're being with Taylor?" And then he was like, "Oh no, she's going to be fine about it." But when she said "she," his voice sort of like he was speaking quietly, and his voice dropped a bit, and then everyone was like. Joseph said he. Talking about the person on the outside, he said he.
Well, that's interesting.
In context, it definitely wasn't he.
It's interesting because in the interview with Julie, he said he would like to see Taylor again, didn't he?
He's obviously, come to terms with it's a big G situation.
Yeah.
That's done now. Do you think?
I don't know.
People go in with something which maybe they're not too invested in, I suppose.
Big brother brain. Look at Alyssa. So Julie looked like she was off to a wedding again.
Julie's shoes never match her outfit, do they?
God help her.
You notice how far she was standing from the audience at most times. Like as distant as she could possibly humanly be from the audience.
Virtual
she was well
audience.
far back.
What the hell is that? Oh, I think it's...
The fuck? Fireworks. Yeah, it is.
It's not raining, is it?
No.
I've got my washing out.
What rain sounds like
panic.
that?
Well, I thought it might be thunder.
Or a meteor shower.
It reminded me when I was at this wedding yesterday and they were going on about God and God is looking down and blessing this ceremony. I thought, well, he might be watching the Vita on BB24, you never know. And people say that shit. Like God's watching every fucking wedding ceremony in the fucking whole of the world.
You know, if you believe in him, he's omnipresent.
Just
He's
like,
here now.
Just like Big Brother.
Watching this old shit again.
And then he'll listen to it later as well.
No, that's me.
So each side is voting, so it's not many votes. It was only like 3 votes, wasn't it, on each side?
Not even.
Was
2.
not even 2 votes.
That's the problem. It's such a small pool of people.
Jasmine said she's playing up her injury. I've said and her accent in brackets.
I mean, playing it up. You see that wobble she put on when she walked out. She's walking like that. Oh, you know, the original Yoda puppet.
That's not a puppet. How dare you? Michael was not convinced that the housemates were actually in the back garden. He was like, oh, maybe they've taken them off to...
This is what happens when you're in Big Brother.
Conspiracy fest continues.
Or perhaps they've flown into Big Brother Africa in a blacked out jet.
Stranger things have happened.
What's it called, Africa?
Yeah, I think it was.
Big Brother Africa back then, wasn't it?
I think it was. Can you do some reading of notes?
Oh, I haven't got anything until Jasmine walks out, sorry.
Okay. Tired of the sound of my own voice. This is what I've said. It's misleading because it looks like in the main house that those people are the final 5, but they're not.
It was interesting to see what it would look like, that empty.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Jasmine speech, she gave glory to God. He brought me to it and through it. Okay.
And through
what?
Through the competition.
Through the probing gel and the porta potty gunge. And she also thanked her husband too. Can Jasmine go through a sentence without mentioning food over it? I think all of her analogies are food based.
Yeah, because they've been written for her to be like that. Also, that's like a bit, perhaps, cast typing someone. It's like, oh, you're a big girl, so everything you talk about can be about food.
Yeah.
It's quite not a very nice way to present someone, really.
She's not that big.
She's not that small. Sorry. Facts.
Ouch. Those for you are Gaz's, not mine. It's kind of unsatisfying to see Jasmine go, and Turner's not there to see it. What did you think about that point of view?
Yeah, but maybe we get to see Turner celebrate when he comes back.
Yeah, maybe.
Jasmine's a bit upset that there's no mention of the muffin in the interview.
Oh, God, up he goes. Jack! Towie's coming up! He's like delighted, so he gets to cuddle him. Jasmine's final line, do you know what that was?
Inside the house?
No, as she left.
No, I don't actually.
Give hugs to Zingbot for me.
You don't hug Zingbot.
Oh, zing.
Ew.
That is a bit of a pity that Jasmine ain't going to get zinged, isn't it? Because he could be, you look like... Da, 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 da. Do you know what I mean?
I guess.
Do throw one of her own canned lines back at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
right.
right.
What I mean?
Yeah.
You know, where was your mind going with that one?
I don't know. You look like a chicken wing that's been on the barbecue for too long. The grill for too long.
I liked your Zingbot arm she did that.
That's because you did them. Jasmine, your eyebrows look like 2 sausages that have been on the grill for too long.
I can't do. I was trying to combine the Jasmine accent and the Zingbot accent. That's too much. Your circuits.
We've got very high pitched for the Zingbot this year. I don't know why. He's not that high pitched, is he?
No. Remember, when Turner said he hates Zingbot, so I'll be interested to see his reaction when Zingbot comes in.
Yeah, didn't he say just turns that a bit off?
Yeah, he said he fast forwards through
it.
it.
Is annoying.
That's hilarious. Julie.
I don't know Zingbot either, really.
Oh, he's shit, and he's not even funny. Julie called the Dyre Fest the Dyre Fest. I noticed, which just sounded bad. Jasmine said she thinks Joseph will go.
Oh, hang on a second. Did you not notice as Jasmine left the house?
Yeah.
The way she left the house. Anything? Did you spot anything?
Oh, was she just striding along with no limp?
Oh yeah, the limp was forgotten about.
She was out the door like Dave on.
Oh yeah,
sashaying.
Yeah. She tried to do a Dave on. She did a cartwheel first, and then she tried to do the Dave on push of the door and the smile, smile and sway.
Did she do the pretends to be shocked as well?
Half a job. Jasmine said she did start to believe that Monty was a bigger threat than her for a while.
Well, he is a bigger threat than her. He's just got more allies than her.
But isn't that funny how in her head she's like, I'm out here because I'm the bigger threat.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger threat than Monty.
Maybe to the buffet if they put one out.
Do you remember... Sorry, it's really throwing me. Julie's first question to Jasmine. Have you got this written down?
No.
So basically she's like, okay, you're sitting here, you really thought that you were going to be fine. Who do you feel most betrayed by? Do you remember the answer to this?
No, go on.
So very much, who's she in there with? She's in Michael, Brittany, Monty,
and Taylor.
All week I've been saying to her, you're fine. The big target is Monty. But Jasmine, bless her heart, is most betrayed right now by Alyssa.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
The fuck? Why?
Who had nothing to do with her eviction whatsoever.
Why is she betrayed by Alyssa?
It's something that she's heard about what Alyssa was talking about, like her alliance and stuff amongst other housemates, and that she feels most betrayed by her.
Alyssa was concerned about you being on your own when you got a pizza party.
But how funny, exactly, and how funny is that the one person who you'd think going to jury had Alyssa's back
doesn't. Oh dear. Yeah, Jasmine's got the wrong end of the stick pretty much the whole way through the show, hasn't
got
she?
the stick.
All the women, so much for the girls, because they all fucking hate each other.
But she did, like that octopus that used to predict the results of the World Cup, she did predict that Joseph would be out next. And that Turner might have put up Kyle and Joseph.
Oh, Terence, do you mean?
Terence, sorry, I do, but it was pretty much Turner's decision. No, yeah, I wrote Turner by mistake.
I saw someone have an octopus cocktail on 90 Day Fiancé this week.
Not made out of actual octopus.
Yeah.
The ink.
In a glass. It had all bits in it. It looked absolutely vile.
The ink or the meat?
The meat.
What the hell?
I know, it was so gross.
You sure it's not just the brand of a spirit?
No, I could see the bits in there.
Was that in the UK or?
It's 90 Day Fiancé UK, but she was in she's dating this guy in Mexico, and he was like, "Here, have the local delicacy," and she went,
"Oh, is that how it works?" So
yeah.
The UK one doesn't happen in London.
No, he'd been out
in the UK. Sorry,
there's no people in London on it. Funnily enough, they were mostly all Northerners.
Oh,
and that's why their teeth are so bad. No offense. You don't have teeth like that in London. Oh no, my listeners. No, he came over to see her, and then she went out to see him as well. So they were going both ways.
Oh, they do both ways.
Yeah, they don't always, but they were. Yeah. So go on.
Michael revealing the leftovers in his speech. This is speech, in a
goodbye message. Yeah.
This is obviously his tactic going forward. He revealed the leftovers, but he also credited Jasmine as having the strongest, social and strategic player on her side of the house. I was like, this is good jury management.
Still kissing that ring, ain't you, Michael? Keep doing it.
I did note that Taylor couldn't possibly nominate another black woman, but
happy to evict her.
Yeah, she said, "I kept you out of harm's way." Happy to evict you, though.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
yeah. See you later. I tried. Goodbye, Jasmine, and your eyebrows. I've written. Who leaves first, Jasmine or the eyebrows?
The eyebrows. Back in Dyre.
Yeah, this was the real story.
Yeah, what we really want to know about is day 48. Terence was using the veto to put Carl on the block.
Terence said, "I want it all about the information.
I want it right now." The noms, he said, the intention was to put half of a showmance and half of a bromance up. I've written here, Turner is so nice in the diary room. Joseph volunteered to talk to Terence in front of everyone.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not going to play telephone."
Jack went, "What's that?"
Well, it's the least offensive term.
Yeah.
for
but
it,
back
actually.
in the day, we used to call it Chinese whispers, which, looking back, is rather offensive.
It is offensive.
Especially if you think about the nature of the game, it's rather offensive.
The nature of...
Because
it was a game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, whispering in the ears.
I won't explain why, but it is offensive.
We found out that Monty and Joseph have got a combined bromance name.
Oh, what was it?
Mojo. It makes so much sense.
Nice.
Terence is most threatened by the bromance.
Terence wants to keep the temperature up.
Well, he significantly lowered it by getting rid of Joseph.
Turner was appreciating the fact that Terence used the veto on him. Like, mate, he put you up in the first place. Like, are you just going to forget about that? It seems like he is.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He is.
Why would you veto one of your own noms? It doesn't make no sense.
Well, for the dialogue. Terence is telling Joseph that Kyle sang like a canary about the leftovers. This is the bit where he said, "Did you tell you how it started?"
This is, yeah.
How did you mix your notes up there?
Because I just thought it was that bit, so I just went on. And I didn't have the notes, so I was just chatting shit.
I really enjoyed that. He's like, "Did you tell you how it started?"
Yeah.
It was him.
Yeah, he built it, Joseph said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kyle was planting his problematic rhetoric in Turner's ear about Monty, Joseph, and Taylor running the leftovers.
Oh no.
So, anything before the dawn of the after party?
Terence said, "Let's all gather around the Dyre Fest campfire."
Joseph got called to the Dyre room, and they basically grouped, didn't they? And Turner, I was really shocked when he said he can see a final four with these people, and it wasn't even a lie, because he said it out around the grill, and then he said it in the Dyre room, and I thought in the Dyre room he was going to say, I'm making them believe this, but obviously it's not how I really feel.
Yeah, but he was in on it.
He's gone. We've lost him.
Oh, we've lost our boy. I think he is friends with Kyle and Alyssa, obviously.
But anyway, the real tea was the next scene where Joseph tried to sort of claw back his game.
Yes. Hold on, I've got one thing before then.
Yeah.
Turner is jealous of the inside leftovers. They've been having it easy and something with Jasmine while we've bonded. And then he said, "It sucks to suck."
What does that mean?
Shout out Marty. That was Marty's old catchphrase.
Was it?
It sucks to suck. Yeah, don't you remember he used to say that?
I don't. I remember he used to say, "Put your feet up."
That's the second Marty catchphrase of the night.
What a legend.
God, he's the gift that keeps giving. Yeah, go on, tell us about this after party.
Joseph basically gathered everyone around and he's like, "Look, the reason I'm doing this is because you need to be able to make an educated decision on this eviction vote."
And he's doing his due diligence, don't forget that.
Yeah, and the due diligence.
Also a throwback from Big Brother Canada, the due diligence.
Is it?
Yeah, that was Kyle Moore's thing, I think. Fuck.
Never quote that one, Jesus. First point was, and this reminds me of that video that Big Brother Australia tried to make a big deal out of. Do you remember? He said he could evict each other's girlfriends.
Oh,
but it was a bit like that. The first point was Alyssa only came off the block. It's more severe than that Big Brother Australia nonsense. Because Daniel's the one that wanted to use the veto because it was Festy Besties. Remember, they had the veto, Kyle and Daniel. Kyle actually wanted to leave Alyssa on the block, but Daniel wanted to use it, which is how Nicole went, isn't it?
Right.
Isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
I think so. So he's like, Daniel is the reason you came down, not Kyle. And
thanks for giving me my props, Joseph.
what's this? Turner telling Joseph to wait for the plane.
I like that, didn't you?
Did you spot as well on the table when they were having this discussion? They had those big ear-cancelling headphones. Noise-cancelling headphones.
So Big Brother obviously got them to put those on when the wall yellows were out. Yeah, that makes sense. And in the Dyre room, Turner said, "Out of respect for you, America, and also for audio purposes." Now, I wonder if they've been told. They must have been told to do that, right? Not have any strategic chat when the planes are going over.
Yeah, they must have been.
Yeah.
And then they've fed it in, because it was such a... This scene was so instrumental, they had to give Turner a little, comedy skit.
Yeah, to sort of explain it.
I felt like after that he lost his way, because I think Joseph came in with maybe a few points. I don't think he managed to get to the next ones of them. Because it was like, first off, it was the Alyssa-Kyle issue with the veto. Kyle's... What did he say? He stood up to me and was like, "Well, you're putting words in my mouth," or something.
No, Alyssa said, "You're just a big liar" to Joseph. Oh, a big liar. That's like something a 3-year-old would say. And then Joseph said, "Yeah, it looks like I am a big liar." Oh, this was annoying.
What?
Joseph said something. Alyssa went, "I'm speaking." Doing the old white D, "Let me finish." I fucking hate it when people say that shit. Fuck off.
It's like a teacher.
"I'm speaking." Yeah, you are, and you're boring, so fuck off.
She was upset that Joseph had lied to her as part of the 5 Swatters alliance.
Well, Kyle lied to you, and you've had his dick inside you, so you do the maths, dummy.
Turner said, "I love you, Joseph, but I only felt..." This is the problem with Turner as well. "I love you, Joseph, but I only felt that I was in the leftovers because I won HOH that week."
Do you think that's true? Is that true, though, or is that just Turner's feeling? We don't know, do we?
I mean... It's part of the story of the formation of the leftovers. Turner was the first... Wasn't Turner the first one to speak up and say that he felt the treatment of Taylor was unfair?
It was Kyle and Turner. It was Kyle back in the day.
It was Kyle, but I felt like Turner was the first one to say it out.
Turner did the speech.
In a ceremony.
He did the speech, and said,
'Cause he was
I'm the
HOH.
youngest, I'm the youngest, and I'm telling you how to behave.
Yeah, the day after, wasn't it?
Yeah. I feel bad for Joseph, I've said.
Maybe this is like they're a bit butthurt because Kyle conceptualised it. Turner had the power.
Yeah.
So he was the one to kind of like bring it to the fore.
Yeah.
But then it was sort of commandeered by Joseph and Monty.
Yeah, and they're kind of taking the credit.
And they're taking the reins as well.
And Michael's now the new sort of head of it, really.
Is he? Do you think so?
Well, if not...
He's more of the secretary, isn't he?
if not, in name, then at least in spirit. Turner said, you've played both sides of the house, Joseph. So did Kyle. Terence said, Joseph will go back to the leftovers if we leave him in the house. That's so true.
Too dangerous.
And he would blow it up. So I knew then, well, I already knew, but they had to let Joseph go because he's the one. It's like
let him go. Sorry, Joseph, we're letting you go.
You're fired. It's like killing the witness, isn't it? You got to clear up those loose ends.
Yeah,
it's got to go. You got to go.
Who said this? There's a showmance here. I think Joseph. This is his final point. I think.
Yeah.
There's a showmance here. Terence says, but the point about Kyle and Alyssa is even as a showmance, they don't actually vote together. And I was like,
maybe in the past, but now they will.
Yeah, but in his favour.
Yeah.
It's kind of too late for that argument.
Yeah.
And then Kyle or Turner rubbing their hands together, basically saying, I think Turner saying, everything that Joseph is bringing to the table here is just cementing why he has to go. And I was like, this is so upsetting because I really thought that was not the way it was going to go.
No.
I thought Joseph had got like all of his points lined up and he was going to be able to turn it against Kyle, which was obviously the outcome that I did want and that I didn't get.
I knew that wasn't going to happen because they'd already made the after party thing beforehand. The writing was on the wall then. If that conversation, if they'd showed those two scenes the other way around, which we admittedly wouldn't agree with, I would have had more hope for that conversation. But
once you got a ticket to the after party, you ain't refunding it, are you?
No. So I've just put, this twist as fuck Joseph. It's a shame he won't get to say goodbye. So then we cut to the eviction. Joseph looks broken, I've written.
Also, was wearing a very nice shirt and different, quite smart trousers. And I thought, Big Brother's allowed him to have an outfit change, I think.
Well, they hadn't given him any hair gel. His hair was looking frazzled.
I thought his hair looked the same.
You can't be out in that Dyre fest with curly hair all week. Believe me, I'll tell you. Absolutely frazzled in that sun. You need some nice products. UV protection spray. Kyle said, we have a battle going on in there. Let's go to war. He said something about, he was quoting one of the most famous bromances in BB history. It can only be Chilltown, I would have thought.
Isn't it after the eviction interview?
No. Oh, I don't know.
I think so. After Joseph was done and dusted. Have you not got any stuff from his interview? Because he had a long-ass interview.
Yeah, I've got the interview. This is beforehand. This is before. This is the speeches.
Ah.
I just gave Gaz a look. Turner said, "What's up, brother?" to Julie when she came on the screen.
That was
okay? It's okay.
Wait, I have got that. I have got about this
Go
battle
on,
thing.
what have you got?
Well, I got first. Joseph said he wants him to pick up the person who's always been a team player. It's like that's not really going to fly now at this point. Yeah, Carl said they've got a battle going in there, and basically, Terence, Alyssa, Turner, let's go to war. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Then why, with these two votes, would you send them up a spiral staircase together to go nominate in a Dyre room?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Sounds very BBAU.
Who is this production making these decisions? We've got to watch that as well on a live stream on a show.
You've got nothing better to do with your life.
Our friend Turner wasn't expecting Julie, clearly, as he goes into the Dyre room and says, "What's up, brother?" Or is that a message for his actual brother?
Fuck alone knows.
I put, actually, I've got a few notes from the interview now.
Kyle and Turner will no doubt lie and blame Terence for it when they go back in. After party, game on. I don't know if they said that or if I've written that. Oh yeah, interview. Go on, what's your interview notes? I've got a few as well. Because it was so long.
He was like, oh, well, obviously my bromance is more of a threat than their showmans, pretty much. Joseph wanted to prove that loyalty is possible in this game.
He doesn't regret being loyal.
No, and he also said he didn't... Well, Julie said, how do you feel about do you respect Carl's gameplay? And he said, I wouldn't have done it, and no, I don't respect it very much.
I guess I've just got a bit more of a moral compass than him.
Is that what he said?
Ooh, meow.
Julie was asking Joseph about not being able to say bye to Taylor. He felt like sitting on the block made him feel closer to Taylor in like a shared...
he could relate to her.
Shared experience.
He said, it breaks my heart, but it is what it is. And yeah, Julie said, do you think you'll see Taylor after the show? And he said, I hope she reaches out after. Well, she'll be in Jury House unless she wins, so you should be able to speak to her.
Oh, yeah. And his final thoughts on Big Brother were... What was it? Because I've cut it off. The Big Brother house
is something else.
Is something else. You are something else. And I was a bit annoyed that we didn't get to see his goodbye messages, but I guess I could have gone to
Oh, yeah. Can we watch
Instagram.
them? Can we watch them now?
We could watch the extended interview if you want. More.
No, I don't want more interview. I just want the goodbye messages.
I do need more of that interview.
You do, but that's for your own private purposes. Oh, yeah, hold on. You've cut off the end, because then we had the Dyre housemates coming back in. The Danny Dyre housemates coming back in. Ah, fuck at that.
Yeah, we did.
And I do think it was sad. Monty and Taylor, like, they were sort of smiling, like, ha, 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 like, yeah, good to see you. And you could tell they were both like...
my favourite analogy, like the dog outside the post office looking for the owner.
Oh, don't you think? You could see, like, Monty was fine. You could see in his eyes he was absolutely gutted. And Taylor was welling up.
I felt like I was most annoyed that they decided to put music over it, because the one bit of audio we wanted to hear was them coming back together to hear what the fuck they were saying. But they put that fucking theme music over it. It's just like, if you hadn't filmed what's the names? Turner and Alyssa going up the stairs for so long, you could have shown us more of what actually happened when they got back together.
It's very important to see them going up the stairs. So you didn't know.
And they heard of a face-to-face eviction.
I'm sitting here with Joseph, who was just evicted 2-0, continuing our conversation. Now, you called a group meeting at Dyre Fest. Why? What were you hoping to accomplish?
I noticed that Kyle got ahead of me in planting seeds and in selling his narrative of what was going on. I was already behind in the game because I was still working for Kyle and Turner to get out of there. So once realizing Kyle already spread a message, I just didn't have the time or the luxury to play the whispering game. I also wanted Kyle to hear this as well. So I tried to get everyone in one setting so we can just get this out and hash it out.
And in hopes of hashing it out, were you hoping to kind of throw him under the bus and have him fess up and make him look bad so you could be saved this week?
Oh, yeah.
Slightly. I started to realize the depth of his lies as I continued to talk and the deception of what he sold. He also, I could tell, did a lot of damage control before this conversation. So I was hoping to some aspect there would be some exposure, but it looks like there really wasn't much.
So you don't think you ended up accomplishing?
You were hoping for it too, right?
No, I don't think I did much with that conversation. I think it helped a little bit. Might have put a crack, but I'm still here, so...
You made it past the halfway point of this summer, of this game, and you never won a competition. Was that intentional?
I'm surprised you never won a competition.
Partially. I definitely would consider throwing away competitions, both because there were people I was extremely close with that I did not want to put up on my own HOH, as well as
Who?
Yeah, good question, Judy.
Indy was one, Jasmine was another, even Alyssa and Terrence, and those pointing the games earlier as well. You know, I just, walking in was already seen as a physical threat. Winning competitions would only confirm that.
That's true.
So you also felt safe in addition of not wanting to get blood on your hands.
Yes. On top of not wanting to get blood in my hands, I felt relatively safe with the leftovers, and I felt like I was in good hands depending on the HOH.
Who do you think was the other person evicted from inside Big Brochella tonight?
Monty.
Oh.
You'll find out in
Didn't
due time.
trust them to not tell them.
I can't say right now. Now, a lot of secrets, I think almost all secrets were spilled in the backyard at Dyre Fest.
Yes.
What is your prediction for the fate of the leftovers?
I think the fate of the leftovers is likely not to go far with Kyle and Turner both walking in there. It seems like they both formed a crack before the twist, and the twist enforced it, so I can't see them lasting longer, especially if Kyle gets back in there and flies under the radar.
You don't see the alliance lasting.
Yes.
What about whoever is left in the leftovers?
Leftovers.
The house? What do you think?
I think Brochella could possibly keep some form of the leftovers together, but Kyle and Turner don't seem to be returning, and they were members. But who's left inside the house, I think they have a chance.
Who do you think's playing the best game right now?
Terrence.
Possibly Brittany, because I didn't hear much of her name throughout all conversations. I heard everybody's name, and very rarely did Brittany's come up. So
I think Brittany has upped her game.
I think that's a pretty good game, but I also have to give
she's flying under the radar,
credit to Kyle,
but not
because he
intentionally
has
necessarily, because she ain't
two
on
sides. He had the leftovers, and through Alyssa, he had Alyssa and Terrence. So I think he's playing an amazing game as well.
Who are you rooting for?
Morning.
In that house, who
Taylor.
am I rooting for? If Monty is still there, I'm rooting for Monty.
You talked about the bromance between you and Monty.
Yes.
And that the others at Dyre felt like... Right. So that's why the showman survived. So do you think they made the right choice?
To be honest, I don't think that could have been the right choice, because walking back into the house, once I analyzed the situation, just as the leftovers broke inside, if I saw the same thing out there and we created a team, I was willing to move forward if need be. But you never know. You have to expect the unexpected, and I do have a lot of respect for Monty. I think he's a great person and a great player, and I would love to work with him, but if circumstances like the twist prevent me from doing so, I have to make a hard decision like I've done before.
What's the best part of this experience you're going to take away with you?
Oh my God, there was a lot, but the best part of the experience
The
is
stalling tactic of repeating
definitely
the question.
the laughs, the
Thinking
friendships,
about it.
the people I've met and made.
Trying not to say
I
Taylor right
definitely
away.
think being able to see people at their core and, influenced by the game and not, it was good to see this, but I'll always cherish the friendships I made in that house.
Do you want to listen to your goodbye
Yes,
messages?
please.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Right
interested
here.
in.
Joseph, you my man, 100 grand. I definitely hate that we linked in so late playing the game together. We
Another
would
job
have definitely had a
opportunity.
blast, but we're still going to have a blast outside of this
keep your
game.
mouth.
You my boy.
Joseph, I really wish that we could have worked together. You were someone that I trusted in this house, and I adore more than anything. I love you as a person, I respect you as a player, and I can't wait to hang out outside of this house.
Joseph, I have a pretty crazy decision to make this week, which is to choose between two leftovers.
Oh.
Hopefully I see you at the end of the summer. Peace out, man.
Florida boy, this season you were definitely one of the top players. We came into the backyard with the same cards. I just decided to spill the beans before you so that you kind of had to play catch up, and I guess it worked out. I love you, man.
Fuck off.
What do you think?
I think it worked. I'm the one sitting in the chair, but I still wouldn't change a thing.
Final thoughts before we send you off to jury?
Final thoughts. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm so happy to meet the people I have met, and although I ended up here, I still wouldn't change anything.
Joseph, thank you.
Thank you, Julie. It was a pleasure.
Oh, sweet. When they say I wouldn't change anything,
I'm
don't
sitting-
you think it's the most stupid
I'm sitting here with
thing
Joseph,
you
who-
could ever say?
Ideally,
Don't you
you'd
want
still be there.
Don't you want to win the fucking?
Well, if
Millie?
you're happy with how you've held yourself,
Oh,
and your moral compass is still intact.
Oh, my moral compass is pointing towards Jury House. Do you want a break? Or I don't think we've got many adverts.
You thinking about the ad breaks revenue? I know where your mind's going. I do need a break because I need a wee. So yeah, I want a break.
We're not going to put an ad in here, so don't worry.
We are.
listeners.
Listen to this. If you're in certain countries. Welcome back. We were just saying you shouldn't bust your balls over a job because they'll just replace you, no matter who you are.
Yeah, everyone's replaceable,
Yeah.
including
Shout out
Gaz on
Beyonce.
this podcast. Is that a Beyonce song?
Yeah,
as
don't
well?
you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable.
You might be replaced on the podcast next week. when you're on your hollybobs.
Well, I hope so.
No, why?
Well, because it'd be a shame for there not to be an episode.
No, I'm only going to do it if it's something, major happens. Otherwise, I'm just waiting for you to get back.
We've got next weekend.
Oh, we got next weekend.
Yeah. And then it's the
that's
weekend
cool,
after where I won't
Oh,
be
it's
here.
the week after.
Probably a pivotal week and there'll be a triple eviction or
Well,
some
if it
shit.
is super pivotal, I might knock something together, but otherwise I'm going to wait for you because it's unnerving when you go on a podcast and it's different people. It's like, ooh, I don't want this person.
Well,
Gaz's dulcet tone.
If it's Jack, I think you'll get away with it.
Yeah, just because.
But he might not want to do it.
No, that might be the issue.
Anyway, we've had a couple of bits of correspondence this week. Email us to bbonblastpod@gmail.com next week to make your burning views heard. Is it a burning view? I don't know. Your dialogues. Make your dialogues public.
Open up that dialogue.
We've had a contact form through our website. That's bbonblast.com
nice.
if you haven't checked it out. No new content anyway, so if you have, I wouldn't bother. But
I would. We're paying for the domain.
yeah, go back and look at those old photos of us. This is from Toronto Roy.
Oh, we've heard from him before.
We have heard from him many times before. Keen contact form user. Subject BB24/BBUK.
Cool.
I assumed more people would email about the glorious resurrection of BBUK, so held off.
Same.
Personally, I would gladly trade the current blasphemous English versions for the gold standard of BBUK. Oof, I like that. It's the gold standard. The news solidified 2022 as, sure, a shit year, but in the BB universe, one of the best. The best Canadian season, BBUK back, and a watchable BBUS.
It's a low bar.
With actual rootable characters. Am I the only one since the news broke that has seen the show differently? I actually thought for a second that Julia would show the Taylor, Daniel, Nicole argument during their eviction interviews.
You wish.
We wish, yeah. Before remembering which version I was watching. Yeah, quite. Maybe in the extended ones that we haven't watched. Oof.
Oh, you're right there, dear.
It's a thorn in my side.
Oh, no.
Also, I think of which housemate's eviction will make the house boring.
Who's?
I don't know. Also,
me,
I think
Michael.
of which housemate's eviction will make the house boring. I'm not really sure where that's going. Hopefully, Ryland hosts. Now it's on BBK, so I'm not really sure.
Stream of consciousness.
If not, Davina. If not,
Same.
Ryland hosts, if not Davina. Okay, that means Davina's prioritised. Ryland's second.
For me, Ryland's number one, but I'll put up with Davina if I have to.
No, listen. BB24, it sucks Joseph is going. Cheering for Michael. Only gay I have cheered for besides Cameron Cole.
Oh, God.
BBUS, starting with Bunky. What's Bunky?
Bunky was a gay guy in like season 2 or 3.
Have cast unlikable stereotypes like black women and Jesus for a number of years.
Oh, what religious black women kind of thing, like Dominique.
Right. Or incompetent game players that have made me root against them, despite being gay. A gay Big Brother fan. What a shock.
Come on, there have been a few decent gay gay housemates.
Jason Roy, you're going to say.
Oh, yes.
Frankie Grande, obviously.
Andy Heron, no, maybe not.
What about the guy that came back who I saw ranting and raving at someone?
Oh, Kevin.
Any good?
He's okay in his time.
Bit of a stereotype,
Terrible on 22. There's been a few, but I know what you mean. It always seemed to be that particular type, whereas now
Reductive,
I think they go a bit more out of the. You've got Big D now. What more do you want?
I forgot about him.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned him earlier. You just forgot about him being gay.
Yeah, I forgot he was gay.
Yeah.
I think with Michael as well.
Yeah.
There's like he's just a good player who happens to be gay. It's not like there's quite a few people who probably sort of use their sexuality in order to get cast in a way. It's like I'm gay and I'm on Big Brother.
It's irrelevant. I'm gay.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant, isn't it, with Michael?
Whereas like I'm on Big Brother and I'm gay.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. Michael just reminds me of a proper old school Big Brother player, and I just love that.
Turner number 2.
Number 2 for what?
I'm not sure.
Rooting.
Taylor number 3, who has a loving and forgiving personality, but is bad at the game, and has a pageant way of speaking speaking that is off-putting.
Oh no, not the pageant way of speaking.
Should have kept that quiet. Tara.
Yeah, you never should have told people you're in pageant.
I guess this is the order that he likes them in.
Okay.
So it's Michael 1,
Yeah.
Turner 2, Taylor 3,
I can get behind that.
and then Monty
No.
and Brittany.
Brittini.
I mean, all the spellings are off in this email, so I'm getting confused myself.
I always spell her name wrong.
Monty spelled with a Y. How is Brittany spelled?
It's spelled weird,
Not like Spears, like
T-T-A-N-Y, I think.
Brittany, like
I always just, like
the place in
country.
France.
Yeah, no, not the country, the town.
Town.
I always spell Monty with a Y in my notes because no one can see them, so they'll never know that I spelled it wrong.
The rest suck. Is Kyle the new 2-second Stephen, but five times improved?
Open it.
Oh, is that who 2-second Stephen is?
Yeah.
Forgot about that. And how awesome would it be if the US allowed audience reaction? What do you mean? From like the crowd?
Booing and shit, I think.
Best year of BB ever. Ever! Jesus Christ. Steady on. P.S. Best pod for BB and best for US since Big Brother Gossip died. Oh, we've climbed the ranks since BB Gossip died.
Oh, thank you. I do miss Big Brother Gossip because they give you the good live feed stuff, not the boring stuff Taryn gives you. I want the drama. I need the drama.
Lives for the drama.
Do you know about the balloon thing with Jasmine and Turner? This is a bit of goss. Jasmine wanted to let off a balloon for her dad's birthday because her dad died, the old dead dad strategy.
Okay, what's she going to get helium balloons
Exactly,
from?
she wanted Big Brother to give her one,
Right.
and Turner said no because it might kill a bird and it's bad for the environment.
True.
And then she started crying and had a big row about it. Would you like to see that on the show?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's the sort of shit we're missing.
Yeah, I like to see that real stuff.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Also, that's those quintessential dramas, like Austin Armacost and the alcohol and the dead brother situation.
The toast.
Yeah,
who was it who wouldn't get out of bed
Chloe
for the toast?
Jasmine,
That
wasn't
was it. How disrespectful.
You know?
Oh, that was good.
Juicy things. Silly things people get upset about.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, what, like their dad being dead? Oh no, someone not getting out for the toast.
I think it was the brother, wasn't it?
It was the
died
brother,
at war
yeah.
or something.
It was the brother, yeah.
Chloe Jasmine, though, storyline through and through.
Have to put some respect on the Armacross name.
Speaking of gay housemates who are like maybe not a stereotypical gay person, there's one right there.
Ooh. I don't really fancy him anymore like I used to.
No, he's gone a bit flabby.
I just don't. I'm just like, what was I thinking? But you know, at the time, I enjoyed it.
I tell you what it is. It's that part American, part Lancashire accent. That he's got.
And he was a fiery personality.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that. But now, just looking at pictures of him, it doesn't do nothing for me.
I don't think going back served him very well, did it?
Oh no.
Second time around.
And he was called Janice Dickinson a cunt. I enjoyed that, to be fair.
Also part of the scene of "You don't have to shout" with what's her name again from Atomic Kitten?
Oh,
Jenny Frost or
yeah.
something, is it?
Yeah, rings a bell.
Laurie's sent us quite a long email actually for Laurie.
By the way,
I say
Toronto
that.
Roy, that was a really good email. Thank you. I love the crossover with the US. And
the
UK.
lines were blurry, but I managed to just about keep up.
I like that.
So also like it because they said we're the best BB podcast apart from BB Gossip, but now we are.
Goes without saying, doesn't it?
Laurie says, so glad Limpy, Jesus, birthday month came to a premature end. I've never witnessed someone milk out a birthday quite like it. Imagine asking a group of people to name 2 things they like about you.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I mean, one would be a stretch, wouldn't it?
And speaking of premature ends, I'm hoping... Oh, it is about Kyle as well. I'm hoping Kyle's game comes to an end as abruptly as he did on the pool floaty.
Ooh,
wow!
Abrupt.
Laurie's going in with the innuendo. She should be writing for the tabloids. While I'm not an Alyssa fan, everyone deserves a partner who cares at least one iota about their needs.
Oh.
Do you mean her sexual needs?
Yeah, I think she does.
Desires?
Yeah. She does.
She should throw his selfish ass to the curb and focus on sorting her own issues out. Ooh.
I mean, did it even like finger or anything? Did they do any foreplay? Or was
Any
it
finger
literally
banging?
just was it just one and done? Like you need something. You can't stick it in there if nothing's happened. Do you know what I mean?
Not sure. Perhaps she'd, helped herself out for a while.
God!
I've got no idea.
I mean, fuck that. I need some warming up.
Yeah.
We all
Well,
do,
10
right?
seconds, you can put up with that. Start half an hour join us the Laurie Love Heart emoji. And there's a few things on the bottom here for later enjoyment.
Oh, cool. That's the longest email Laurie sent in ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle sucks.
Mostly about stuff from last week. I thought she was going to be upset about Joseph going.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Kyle sucks. Maybe she don't like Joseph that much. Not everyone does.
I think most people do.
Yeah.
Hashtag cancel Dyre wouldn't be trending for any old housemate.
No. Jack was not first on him. He was calling him wet earlier, wasn't he?
He probably felt threatened. I understand it.
Jack called Joseph wet, and then Gaz said he makes me wet.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, Jack knows I like a extremely muscly lawyer. I don't think of any other descriptors for Joseph.
What a dreamboat.
I'm
looking forward to the first jury section. I want to see how Indy's getting on in there by herself.
I think Joseph's going to bang anyone in jury.
Not unless Taylor arrives.
Yeah, if Taylor goes. You don't think him and Indy might have a bit of a frisson? You never know. I'm sure she would be up for it.
Wet sheets, not for the first time.
Oh, no. That's it, isn't it?
It is it. We're done here. We've got to wrap this up. It's approaching 2 hours.
Oh, shit. Follow me on Twitter, like VN.
Follow me on Twitter, BB_superfan.
Follow BB on Blast on all the usual areas.
Yeah, subscribe, leave us a rating if you like. We'd like that.
Or give us a retweet. And read my book, First Aid Kit Girl.
Yeah, and we'll be back next week, the last week before I go on holiday.
And if you do want to co-host, let me know. Bye.
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 At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit-needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to SleepOutfittersOutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.